How's that, Jasper? Okay, just bring mine down a bit. Yeah, bring it down a touch. How's that? Sweet, thanks, mate. Do you want to check Macca's as well, Jasper? Do you want to just say something, Macca? You just say something? Oh, I'll turn you on. There you go.
Hello. Oh.
Gotcha.
Good.
Bring it down.
Down a bit.
And it's a very good afternoon from the Youngtown Memorial Ground here for NTFA Premier League action live on City Park Radio. And we've got a great clash lined up for you this afternoon. The South Launceston Bulldogs versus the Longford Tigers. The winner will go to second spot on the NTFA ladder this afternoon. And joining me for this broadcast is Matthew Macca McGee. Good afternoon, Macca.
Good afternoon. And how are we all? I hope our listeners and viewers are all going well. Big clash here today, Matt.
It sure is.
It's South Lonnie to see whether they can get a little bit of redemption. Of course, Longford knocked them off out there at Longford in round 5.
Yeah, they did.
And in what could be called some sort of an upset, Longford have got, they're very, very capable side. They move the ball well. We'll talk a little bit about that as the game unfolds. But they come here today. Can they knock off South on their home deck? Yeah. And then you can really say, okay, these guys, the Longford Tigers, are a contender. South Launceston have had a few changes since round 5. They come and go a lot with so many Devils, under-18s, sort of on managed games at the moment in that sort of mid-year break for them. So they've got a couple of changes again today, the South Lonnie Dogs. But, look, they're keen. I was talking to Coach Anthony Taylor before the game. He said that week that they went to Longford, he knew that they just weren't quite on. They didn't have a great week on the track. He said that they've had a great week on this week on the track. So he's pretty keen. So, look, South Launceston on their home deck. They sit 6 wins, 2 losses and a draw. And Longford are 6 wins and 3 losses. So it's all on the line today, as you mentioned. Second spot, 2v3, of course, with Launceston leading the way.
Sure do, Macca. And and last week a 10-goal win for Longford against Scottsdale. I can see Chris Sayer out there on the boundary. We might cross down to Chris Sayer. Good afternoon, Chris.
Yes, good day, fellas. It's a lovely day down here, sunny. And a little bit of a slight breeze, maybe favouring the wing towards the broadcast box. But yeah, it's not really much of a breeze. Underfoot, the ground is good. The middle of the ground, where last week it was quite muddy because we had all that rain, it's just sort of sticky mud there in the middle. They've moved the centre bounce away from that muddy patch. I've noticed they've put grass seed on that muddy patch. I don't know how much chance it's going to get to grow while there's footballers running all over it. We're going for a maximum 11 degrees today, so in the shade it is quite chilly.
It's not 11, I can tell you that, in the shade. I was down there earlier, Chris, so you need to just wander around that boundary line a little bit and keep your body in the sun.
Yes, I might stay on the ground here, actually, although that probably won't work.
Could have been worse. You could have been boundary umpiring the under-18s this morning that started at 8:45 and there was white everywhere.
Oh, wow. Look, a couple of players I'd like to watch. Caleb Nason for South. I think he had a quiet week last week. I think they'll be looking for him to step up today. For Longford, I'm interested. Tony Arganis used to play for North. Now, of course, he's put on the Longford Guernsey. We'll see how he goes today.
Yeah, of course, Tony Arganis, we know, just competes. He's a big unit, big Tony, and it'll be interesting to see too what South Launceston do with Oliver Dean. Matt, you saw South Launceston last week.
Yeah,
they were okay.
They were okay.
But Launceston just put the foot down after half time.
Did. It was that third quarter where Launceston just blew them away with a 7-goal quarter, 7 goals to 2, and that was the key difference in the game because South started really well, kept Lonnie goalless in the first quarter. Interesting that Chris Sayer did mention there about Caleb Nason. Probably Riley Apterdon did get the better of him over the course of that game last week, and it was really that second half where Lonnie put the foot down and put themselves away. So, yeah, really looking forward to this one. Both teams have a lot of goal-kicking power too, Mac. We think of Matthew Lee, who is second in the overall goal kickers for the NTFA, but Larby and Chaga sort of positioned in 4th and 5th with 23 and 20 goals respectively. So they've got a lot of players, and particularly Longford last week against Scottsdale, they had about 8 individual goal kickers. So there's a lot of guys that can really hit the scoreboard as well for Longford. Looking
at South Launceston before the game, I was down around the rooms there. They've got a good mix of youth under 18s and also through the experienced players like Jay Blackberry all the way through. Still got a couple out. One thing they do want to work on up here at the Dogs is just being able to control the game and go fast when they want to go fast, structure behind the footy. I think they found out last week that that's the difference between Launceston and them at the moment, is what they do when they don't have the footy. Are they structured? Do they know what they're doing, where to go defensively? Because all things last week, I believe it was just more that experience of Launceston compared to a bit of youth of South Launceston. So, look, when we look at Longford, you mentioned those goal kickers, Larby, Ollie Chugg. Ollie Chugg's doing a teaching prac with us at the moment. I put it on him yesterday. I said, let's see what you can do up at Youngtown tomorrow. Don't worry about kicking your goals against the lowly sides. So let's see what he can do for the kids up there this week. But look, Isaac Thompson, now, what a player that he's been. Just Longford, picked him up from Hillwood. Excellent on baller, runs really well, represented the NTFA earlier this month. And he's one I want to see go well for Longford in there as well.
You kicked the 2 last time these sides met as well. Mac had a really good game. Kicked the 1 goal last week against Scottsdale, but last time these sides met, he did kick the 2 goals. And those guys you mentioned as well, in terms of Larby and Chugg, kicked 2 goals last time these sides met. And both those guys kicked 3 last week as well. So Larby and Chugg were in the goal kickers last week.
And we should mention there's no late changes here to either side, but we have a late change today, Matt.
Yeah, we do.
David Gruber is a late out. He's got the man flu, the big fella.
He does.
And we've got a newbie.
We do have a newbie. We've got young Lucas Donaldson, who's helped me out a few
times.
Welcome,
Lucas.
So making his the City Park debut. Although I think he did one. No, he did one with Rob Sowd and myself.
Sitting up proud here in his Melbourne Demons top.
He has got the D's gear on. He's very pumped about seeing the Demons in Launceston next Saturday as well there, Macca. With the D's and the Hawks playing at UTAS Stadium next Saturday afternoon.
So looking here, I think Longford are going to the left of screen with South Launceston to kick down to... No, other way, is it? Oh, hang on. The Ruckmans have mucked it up. Big Tony Aganis has gone the wrong way. He's cost me. So South Lonnie going the left of screen.
Matty Lee's out on
now
the
Big Tony Aganis has been able to find where he's meant to be. So South Launceston will go to the right. They'll go down the hill here at Highgate Street. And a really good contest in the ruck. Ollie Dean, how'd you find his game last week, Ollie Dean's game? Did he play mainly forward?
Yeah, mainly forward, and a little bit of ruck as well, so a bit of ruck relief and mainly forward. And he did kick, did he kick last week? I'll have a quick check on my stats. He did kick a goal last week.
So here we go, round 10 action, up here at Youngtown. Oliver Dean gets the first ruck hit out down, up against Aganis. And it's going to be a secondary bounce. Now it's going to come out the back door. They do well, South Launceston there on the back end. He's now Ryder Bug, one of those young under-18 players. He's caught holding the footy. Well done, Longford. And they get the ball on the outside here now through their player in Hawes. He swings a little bit wider here. He's got Headland. The ball did not sit for him. It went a little bit low. There's Bailey low, in fact. Nice kick to Gibson. He'll turn and go on that left foot. Gibson, goal. Well, turnover here on the wing. The ball just didn't get to Headland. They pounced on it through Bailey Lowe. He found Will Gibson. And on the trusty left foot, Will Gibson kicks his first. He's 20th for the year. And the Dogs are underway inside 45 seconds, Matt.
Just Headland just slipped at the crucial moment, didn't he, Mackie? You said about the ball. It took a bit of a South Launceston bounce. And Headland has slipped and gone under the ball. And it just opened up the opportunity for South Launceston. So They are on the ball early here through Gibson. That's a really nice goal to get them underway inside the first minute here.
That's the one you want to kick, isn't it? It's the one you want to kick. You don't want to waste it. Chris mentioned the ground. The ground looks, pretty good for the bit of rain we had last week. No rain this week, but they've been able to get on it, give it a mow. The cricket pitch in the middle can sometimes be prone to a bit of mud. None there today. Back
in the centre, Dean goes go at it again. Loose footy comes out up the opposite wing side. Quick toe poke forward there for South. That was Tom Graham moving that forward. He has time to recover and pick on it. Gets a sweeping handball out. A loose footy over on that outer wing. Quick snap around the corner there was Connor Pearton. And it has been intercept mark there, taken by Logan Smith. Logan Smith squares this up. Chance for South Launceston. Moving inside, 50. Comes off hand, not quite. Chance for Jay Bappery leading a nice tackle there. Came off the hands there of Will Gibson. Spilled the grab, but we'll have a ball up. A little bit of push and shove out there as well, just in front of the scoreboard. Just clicked over 2 minutes. Dean and Aganis again going to go at it in the ruck. Great contest this. Aganis, it falls in his chest on this occasion. Gets a quick kick away that's partially smothered. Another chance for South. This is kicked inside by Logan Smith. And it has been an intercept mark there taken for Longford.
That's the king.
Oh, and 52.
That's the king, Joel Lloyd.
Joel Lloyd, and he's got a 50 here as well, Macca. So
there he is.
This is going to be handy for Longford.
In the long sleeves.
He's got the long sleeves on.
The cricket captain out there at Westbury for me, Matt. So Joel Lloyd, he's come back into the Longford side now. Thompson comes a little bit wider here. Connor Pearton, left foot, goes long, down the line, looks for and finds Mitchell Bennett, one of the goal kickers. He turns it over. Headland was the man again, didn't get to him second time, and he sees low out of bounds. A little bit of afters here in it. Headland, he's going to get a free kick. So Dylan Headland, he sucked the youngster low in. Wasn't much in it, but there was enough for the umpire to get involved. He goes inside 50, top of the square now. 2 bites of the cherry there, South Launceston. Logan Smith. Dean playing that get back behind the footy ruck roll. And it's going to be a ball up 15 metres out from the Longford goal. Dean. It's the ball down. Pressure on. 30 metres out from the Tigers' goal. They'd love one early. What have they got on here now? Casey Brown outside of the right boot finds Maloney. Maloney, he tried to play on. He did. The umpire saw him. Jet Maloney got a little bit ahead of himself. And Smith, the vice-captain of the Dogs, gets the resultant free kick. Now he's called to play on. Smith, he arches the back, goes far side of the ground. Nice long kick. Longford have the numbers. They'll go by hand. They do the don't argue. That was Connor Alexander. He was set upon by the feisty Dogs umpires. Seen one, and it's going to go Longford's way.
So a free kick for Longford, out on the wing for a high tackle. Plays on straight away there. Chance for Longford through the centre of the ground. It does end up with Headland. Headland goes forward towards half forward. Pack converges. Oh, good intercept grab there. Very good intercept grab by Alex Jordan. They're taking that one, and he looks to go pretty quickly. Nice long ball, that down towards the wing, towards Blackberry. Goes over his head. Here's Gibson. Gets a bit of a tap to it, but keeps it moving forward. Gibson and Dakin for the Tigers in hot pursuit. Plays around this footy. Comes out the back. There's Headland again. He's had a bit of it early. Chance for South Launceston. Quick kick there from Dawkins. Dawkins has been intercepted by Gannis. So Gannis takes the relieving mark at centre half back for the Tigers. Gannis goes down towards the wing. Goes over those players, and it's going to bounce out, and it's going to be a lasso free kick. What are we going on? It's going to be Lachlan Taylor's going to take the free kick right in front of the bench. Taylor, short pass up, and has found Dean. Dean centering ball. And it's a mark to South Launceston, and it goes to Ollie Dean. So it was Bailey Lowe who had it in front of us here, and finds Ollie Dean directly in front, and he'll take the kick from about 30 metres out.
Yeah, Tony Agunas is going to have his hands full with Ollie Dean. We saw Ollie Dean push all the way back, and now he's pushed all the way forward. Big Tone, he's going to have to keep going with Ollie. Good to see him get on the end of this one, Matt.
Definitely is. Oliver Dean kicked 2 goals last time these sides met, and Dean with a chance to hit the scoreboard early. We're going 5.5 minutes of the first term. Oliver Dean lines them up, comes in from about 35 out straight in front, goes with the right. The goal umpire barely moves, and Oliver Dean has put this one on the scoreboard. So South hit the scoreboard early. That's their second goal. First one to Ollie Dean. South Launceston lead 2 goals straight, 12. Longford yet to score. We've been going 6 minutes, Macca.
Just bringing you a couple of scores from around, one score from around the state. The SFL are playing the NWFL down at North Hobart today in the second of those interstate series. And it's neither team yet to score a goal in the second quarter. It's the SFL 6 behinds, NWFL 3 behinds.
Wow, good conditions down there,
Looks
Macca.
fantastic conditions. Sun's out.
Sun's out.
Yep. So 6 points to 3 points at North Hobart.
Wow.
Interesting game there.
Very.
And Carlton lead the Eagles by 32 over on the Big Island. So good start here, the Dogs. They're 2 goals straight, 12 goals to Gibson and Dean. The 2 North Launceston recruits. Of course, Ollie Dean, an ex-South Lonnie junior. Here's Casey Brown. He hits the ball to the top of the 50. Lockie Taylor tried to get it, couldn't do so. Doing well for South Launceston there, the half-back in Munting. Found his way into the Devils lineup this year as Munting. Gives it across to Page. Page goes wider, looking for Logan Smith. Jet Maloney made that mistake earlier, be looking to do something to get it back. Here's Woodcock Davis, goes by hands. Here's the Wizard of South Launceston, Maxie Dawkins. Gives it over the top here now, centre circle to Blackberry. Dean by hand, coughed it up. And they're going to come back here now, Longford. Taylor, he'll set. He's got a battle there with Joshy Gray. Gray too smart for the footy. Hit up, finds his teammate in Charlie Taylor. So Charlie Taylor, he's a good cricketer as well. Charlie Taylor plays for Launceston Cricket Club. He went out to Longford a couple of years ago in the under-18s and kicked goals for fun in the under-18s competition. He loves it. One of our former St Patrick's College boys. Loves a goal, does Charlie Taylor. He's going to have a shot from 40 metres out. Swings on the arc, doesn't get it at all. It's going to fall short, and it's a good mark to Thomas Munting.
So Thomas Munting on the last line of defence. He finds a short player there in through Seb Page. Going back and sending them down the wing to a contest. Goes over the back. Loose footy. Chance here for South Launceston. Sweeping handball forwards. Find Matthew Lee. Here's Blackberry. Blackberry wheels onto the right. Tries to get a bit of territory and does just that. Kicks it towards Ryder Bug. Ryder Bug hot in pursuit of this footy. He gets a kick away. But the mark has been taken there by Ethan Hubbard of Longford. Hubbard looks to play on and does go, and he's caught holding the ball. So an opportunity here for South Launceston. It was Ryder Bug who laid that tackle.
I don't want Ethan Hubbard to feel bad because it was actually Joel Lloyd.
Joel Lloyd. Apologies to Ethan Hubbard.
I'll dob Joel Lloyd in, he won't mind.
Good work, thank you. Ethan Hubbard, a former Cressy student. And that kick goes out of bounds on the full in the pocket. So it'll be a free relieving kick here for Longford. The ball's gone over the fence there.
It was strange there from Lloyd because he actually took the mark and ran forward 5 metres sort of on the run through.
Yeah, yep.
Whether he wanted to play on or not was another thing. I think he thought about it, and that was enough for the umpire to say, yep, you've gone.
Dakin chips this ball up, and he's found a teammate there on that outside in front of the scoreboard. Now looks to square this ball up. Goes over the head there of James Hawes. Now loose footy here for South Launceston. Red hop opportunity. Snap around the corner. That was Ryder Bug. Puts into the pocket. And again, it's been marked there by Longford. So it takes a good relieving mark there. And that's the number 19. Got the binoculars out. Kicks it outside 50. Trying to find a player. It's been cut off by Harry Charlesworth. So again, Longford just unable to clear this footy for now. Now they've got a chance to. Ball's turned over. Comes out right in front of us here. Here's Headland again, getting busy early. Came off his hands. Came down the water to Seb Page. Seb Page with a kick inside. Ollie Dean comes off his hands initially, but he had the chance to recover. Sends this ball back inside 50. Oh, good attempt to grab there was Farrelly. But again, relieving handballs out here for Longford. A chance to repel, and they've done just that. A chance to stop this down, and it's number 39 in Oliver Chugg. Takes this mark right in front of us for Longford.
Ollie Chugg, mentioned the one, needs to kick some goals today. Kicked 20 for the year. Just not kicking the ball well at the moment, Longford. Just not hitting it on the boot. And this is a intercept mark to Charlesworth. He'll square it up to Woodcock Davis. He's got Taylor on if he wants to go there. He ignores him, goes a little bit further forward. Whether it was a good choice or not, that's a good mark. Good choice now, Logan Smith. He's got the one over the top in Gibson. He'll take them on with his power. Comes back inboard here now by the hands, Munting. Ball goes to ground. Gibson follows up. Top of the square. Nason's there, the big ruckman. Off hands, through for a behind. So South Launceston, they look dangerous when they can get the ball inside forward 50. Gibson started the game well. Longford kick the ball out now. This is Chugg again, off half back. For him to do his business, he needs to get the ball inside 50. They go by hands. Taylor swings it wider. There's that forward handball to Gray. Gray will twist and turn. Dawkins sets upon him. And it's a good effort there by Lowe. And another, not a great kick. Lloyd goes past him and they get the ball out now through Moore. Taylor, he's got a kick on his right. Doesn't like that. Normally a left footer. Page, they go fast here now. That's Harris, Lockie Harris. Goes even further there to Smith. He's caught holding the footy. Good effort, the Tigers there to hold them up. And it's a good tackle there by Will Dakin. They've turned the ball over. Toby Morrison, middle of the ground.
Middle of the ground here, ends up with Toby Morrison. He's found a player on there in Tom Graham. Graham's going to send this back inside 50, and it's Blackberry. He takes the mark in the pocket. So a chance here for Blackberry. He's taken that mark just in front of the scoreboard here at the Youngtown Oval. So a chance for Blackberry to hit the board. Been going almost 12 minutes. I'll check in on Lucas Donaldson's stats in a moment. But South Launceston 2-1-13 leading this one. Longford yet to score. It's going to be Jay Blackberry take a good contested mark in the pocket. He will line up for goal. About 30 out, tight angle. Knows this ground pretty well. He's setting up for the snap. So Jay Blackberry, he's going to run around and he does that. Blackberry from about 35 out. Oh, they like it. The locals like it, and Blackberry's on the board. He's kicked one in this opening quarter. It's the third for South Launceston. 3-1-19. Longford yet to score, Macca.
Just their ability to win the ball back in the middle of the ground, wasn't it? Just numbers there. They did really well through those halfback flankers in Smith and Charlesworth.
Yep.
And just be able to get the ball in. And he's a veteran, isn't he, Blackberry? Multiple premiership player.
Yeah, very experienced player here at South. And you could grab in the pocket and then have the skills to finish that goal off and make sure it goes through and kick South Launceston's third. Have a quick score check. Thank you, Lucas Donaldson. Let's have a look. Hit-outs are pretty even at this stage, 2 apiece. Clearances, South Launceston just leading there inside 50. South Launceston, bit of territory battle. It's 9-5 at this stage, South Launceston's way. Marks inside 50, 3-2. Intercept marks 6-4 South Launceston's way. Frees 4 are pretty even, 3 apiece, and at 150 metre.
Look out, David Gruber. Here he comes. He's going to look for your job.
He just
what a mark going back with the play. The umpire said play on. Well, it's either a mark. Now he's going to get hold of the footy.
Oh, that's stiff.
Well, that's one of the greatest efforts, whether it was touched
Macca
off the boot or something, but to then be called holding the footy when you've actually taken a hang. The umpire's reversed this, Matt.
A little bit going on here.
Yeah, the umpire's reversed it.
Yep.
So it's actually going to be a Longford kick. So
yeah.
That player, it's really hard to see the Longford numbers if you haven't noticed. Here's Taylor in the middle of the ground. You watch what's going on. Here's Taylor. He goes inside 50. They get the ball up there and looking for Mitchell Bennett. Bennett, he toe pokes it to the top of the square and it just goes through for a behind.
It wasn't a little bit of a jumper pushing on. It was Jack Donlan was down there. There was a bit of jumper punching going on there. There's a bit going on here on the wing as well. So it's a little bit of a fiery encounter, this one. As South bring this ball back in through the centre. Chips the ball up. He's going to find Matthew Lee. Here's Lee from about 60 out. Pops it up. Oh, he's got a player on his own. And Oliver Dean. Oh, he went to play on. Ball spilled out. Loose footy. Longford player over the top of it. Tackle laid. Will have a free kick to Longford.
Well, that was strange. Yep. Ollie Dean went to play on there, Matt.
He did.
Did you think the ball was touched as well? Or did you
maybe he did. I thought it was a clear mark to Ollie Dean, but maybe he knows better than I do. So Longford have a chance to clear through the back pocket. And you're spot on, Macca. It is a bit hard to pick up those numbers on the Longford jumpers.
Yeah, they're white. They doesn't show on the yellow.
Goes through the hands there of Jake Murford. Here's a chance for Longford, though. Moving the ball along the wing. Has a bounce. Has a second bounce. Here's a chance. Third bounce. Keep going. Fourth bounce.
It's Charlie Taylor.
Charlie Taylor. Centering ball. Where does he go for goal? Charlie Taylor.
Oh,
across the face. Charlie Taylor in the long sleeves.
Well, he can do that, Charlie Taylor. He gets busy on that far side, left footer. Really he actually kept running closer to the boundary. Had to come back inboard a little bit and would have got an easier angle. Here's Seb Page. Had his hands full last week with Jake Hines. Did a pretty good job by all reports. Goes short. Finds Ryder Bug. He'll be looking to get back into the Devils last half of the year. Ryder Bug. Straight up the wing here. Oh, flying an excellent mark. Another talented youngster there in Chase Oliver. He's called it pushing the back. Hands went.
Ethan Hubbard is the recipient.
It was Hubbard before it was. I thought an excellent mark.
Yep.
Goes the coaching Curtis. He sees Thompson wide. Thompson gets it right on the 50. So Isaac Thompson could be a little bit beyond him here. They just need to get a steadier. Before South Lonnie get their fourth, they need this one. Thompson, he's going to kick from beyond 50. The NWFL have kicked the goal down at North Hobart. They lead by 3 points. Thompson goes really close to the mark, trying to get that extra yards, misses it all. That looked very close to a point. Rick Costello agreed.
I'm with you there, Max.
It's going to be out of bounds on the full.
My stats man's giving me the nod, but anyway, umpire's call out of bounds on the full.
So Woodcock Davis tucked away in the back pocket. He'll go short. Oh, it's not a great kick, and that's a mark to Ben Murfitt. Murfitt, he looks to go, awkward kicking style. He looks at him, and he misses. So they're doing it in singles at the moment, the Longford Tigers. They move on to 3 behinds. South Lonnie 3-1-19. 17 minutes gone here at Youngtown, the round 10 NTFA clash. You're listening to City Park Radio, 103.7, 96.5. Here's Matt Donaldson.
Lockie Taylor brings that one back in and finds Munting in the back pocket. He sends it down further down the wing. Loose-footed one is sweeping handball, and that goes the way of Tom Graham. So Tom Graham with a short pass as well. Play a tackle, play on, says the umpire. Got a sea of bodies around this footy, and the umpire runs in and says, give it to me. We will have a ball up. It is South Launceston 3-1-19 leading Longford 3 behinds. We've gone almost 18 minutes of the first quarter. And as Macca mentioned, Longford need to get on the scoreboard before South kick away. Rucks go at it again, sweeping handball. It ends up with Seb Page. Seb Page sends this one further down the wing. Opportunity here for South Launceston. Long footy, good contest over the back there from Longford. That's going to go Longford's way here. Loose ball, chipped up back towards the wing. And that's a nice grab taken on that outer side for Longford. So it sits with Longford at the moment. Ticking over towards 18 minutes gone. Chances of Longford try to move this ball methodically forward. It was Larby there with the good grab. Good contested mark here. Michael Larby, the goal kicker, comes in board, finds Headland. He's had a bit of it in the first quarter. Still in Headland. Going deep inside 50. Can he hit a target? Loose footy comes off hands. Play on, says the umpire. And the umpire comes in and says, give it to me. We will have a ball up. It ended up there with Casey Curtis, who gives the ball back to the umpire. So ball up, inside Longford's 50, 19 minutes gone the first quarter. Ollie Dean was up, got some airtime there, got some kind of tap down, but that ball's not coming out. The umpire says, give it to me, we will go again. Rucks go at it again. Gannis gets that ball down to Ollie Woodcock Davis and a quick handball to Logan Smith. Logan Smith with a clearing kick, gets this outside the danger area, comes off hands. We'll have another boundary thrown on that outer side, Macca.
So about 5 minutes to go in the quarter. South Launceston 3 goals on the board. Longford, no real look at them at this stage. I'd love a couple before quarter time if they can get it. Boundary throw in far side of the ground here at Youngtown. Nason and Larby. Larby wins the battle of the strength. Ball goes up and down in the air. Farrelly does well. Here's Headland for Longford. Left foot kick. They get the numbers back behind the footy well to the Dogs. It's a 4-on-2. What can Chug do? If he holds it up, it's a pretty good result, and he does. So South Launceston just getting numbers back behind the ball, and those quick kick forwards by the Tigers are leading South Launceston to the ball. So good structure here from the Dogs. Aganis, look for Brown. Far side of the ground, Bailey Lowe doing well on his wing, kicks it off the deck. Is it going to stay in? It is. Rushing through with the ball there is Chase Oliver. And he's been caught holding the footy. Umpire's arms went the other way. It's going to be a free kick to Longford. Alexander looks for Larby. I just need one of these markers forward. There's another inside 50. Chug will fly up against Woodcock Davis, who had front position. Jake Murfitt there, but South Lonnie through hands. They go again. They've done it all day. Logan Smith. He goes wide to a 2-on-2. Chase Oliver, 2 bites of the cherry. Can't take it. Longford, they're going to get another look at it here now through Gray. Gray goes short. Can they hit a lead? They can. It's the dangerous Charlie Taylor. But he's tucked right on the boundary in front of the athletics shed here at South Launceston. Not great for a left footer, so he goes short. Looks for Chug, who can't take it. Page does well. They combine the Dogs. Coming through hard there was Taylor. He's not happy. And it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go to South Launceston player there in Alex Jordan. So Jordan, he'll go down the line. Larby sets himself. South Launceston player there did well. 2 bites of the cherry. Chase Oliver, the youngster. And it's going to be a ball up on centre wing.
So ball up on centre wing on the outer side. Clicked into the 22nd minute of this first quarter. Still South Launceston leading 3-1-19 to Longford, 3 behinds. Ball ground to be won out on the outer wing. Still not going anywhere. Quick handball out found Lachlan Harris, and Harris throws it on the boot, gets some territory with it. Oh, that's a good grab. 2 bites of the cherry there, and it has found that man in Matthew Lee. So Lee's taken the mark right on the paint of 50. 22 minutes gone. Lee, short pass, finds a teammate. He does just that. He has found Logan Smith. So Logan Smith, a little bit closer to goal. Man on the mark will be about 38 metres out. And Logan Smith with a shot on goal here. That was smart there by Lee Macker. He didn't blaze away, looked for a better option.
He was looking.
He had Logan Smith streaming from the wing.
Who's come from, half-back wing. So lots of run from behind for the Dogs.
So he has. So Logan Smith ends up with this footy, and he'll have a shot on goal. Just clicked into the 22nd minute. We clicked over the 22nd minute. So deep in red time here in the first quarter from Youngtown. In comes Logan Smith. Logan Smith sends it on his way on his right, and it's drifting to the right-hand side. So behind for Logan Smith. Score clicks over to 3-2-20. We've gone 22 and a half minutes in the first quarter. Now a chance for Longford to clear this footy out. Short pass is on and just finds a teammate there in Casey Brown. Casey Brown sweeping handball. Back to Hubbard. Hubbard finds a teammate as well in James Halls and ends up back with Hubbard, who does a bit of razzle-dazzle and gets away from a couple of South Launceston players. Sends it further down the wing where it has been turned over. Chopped off by South Launceston. Couple of handballs on. Good grab in the centre of the ground by Tom Graham, right in the centre circle. Tom Graham, ball sits with him. 23 minutes gone, first term.
Another example, though, Longford just cannot kick a normal drop punt ball.
No. And it goes over the top there, and it found a player in Max Dawkins. Dawkins from 50. There's been a whistle.
It's
hello.
50.
50-metre penalty. So Max Dawkins, this is going to take him to the goal square. Is he encroaching the mark there, Macca, or man too close?
No, I think it might have been maybe over here closest to us. I don't know, to be fair, but there's a little bit of spite in it at times, which is good to see. And Dawkins kicks South Launceston's fourth. But just Longford's ability to come through. They love going short, so they love going short. Then they get the run from behind. Hubbard it was, but then just kicked an absolute mung. They turn it over and it's a goal. So Coach Curtis will just be saying, look, let's just have a bit of pride in our kicking. They're kicking like forward punts, sideways punts that are just going along. It's like when they kick the ball's half flat.
Yeah, and like you said, like a bit of run and carry from Hubbard, which was great, but it just broke down across sort of left half back for the Tigers, where the Bulldogs were able to swoop and turn that footy over. The result is the goal, 50-metre, and the goal to Max Dawkins. So he opens his account. He's kicked the one goal. It's 4-2-26. With Longford 3 behind, so we've gone 24 minutes in the first quarter. So approaching quarter time, and South Launceston lead by 23 points.
A few seconds left. South Launceston, I've liked the start here of Logan Smith on ball. He's in there again. Dean. Longford they're trying, just not much going their way. So I think quarter time will come at a good time for them. Here's that extra player again. And it's Ollie Woodcock-Davis. He does it well. He swings it. 2 seconds left on the clock. I think the clock's going to go. There it is. So quarter time here at Youngtown in the round 10 clash. Second versus third. South Launceston 4-2-26. They lead Longford 3 behinds. The quarter went a little bit over 24 and a half minutes. The goal kickers for South Launceston. 1 to Blackberry, 1 to Dean, Gibson and Dawkins. And no goal kickers for the Longford Tigers, Matt.
No, there wasn't, but I liked the work rate of Ollie Dean. We mentioned him before the game, actually, Macca Oliver Dean. I talked to his mum, Abby, as I came in through the gates this morning, and she was pretty excited that both Sophie and Oliver were playing today, but really liked his ruck work, and he put a goal through as well. We'll take a quick break here from City Park Radio. It is South Launceston leading by 23 points at quarter time. Throw back to Chris Ball in the studio for some messages. When we come back, we'll hear from Chris Sayer, and we'll bring you all the second quarter action right here on City Park Radio. It's here for Blackberry. He's going to run around and he does that. Blackberry from about 35 out. Oh, they like it. The locals like it, and Blackberry's on the board.
He's going to job.
What
a mark going back with the play. The umpire said play on. Right a bug. Straight up the wing here. Oh, flying an excellent mark. Another talented youngster there in Chase Oliver.
Yep.
Goes the coaching.
Yes, welcome back to City Park Radio's coverage of NTFA Action Premier League right here from Youngtown Memorial Ground. It is South Launceston leading 4-2-26 over Longford 3 behinds, and it is quarter time at the moment. And a quick stat check. Thank you very much for Lucas Donaldson doing the stats for us today. Those hit-outs 6-3 South Launceston's way, clearances 6-3 Launceston's way, but inside 50s, Macca, all square, 12-12. So 12 apiece in inside 50s. Marks inside 50 also level, 5 apiece. Intercept marked 6-5 South Launceston's way. Freeze 4, 5 to South and 8 to Launceston, and there's been one 50-metre penalty each way.
Yeah, I think Longford have been fine.
Yeah.
You know, they've won enough of the clearances. I think Ollie Dean in the ruck, you mentioned, is probably a little bit of an issue for them. But they've had enough of the footy. They've had the ball inside 50. Just their kicking of the ball and their ability to mark it, because of the poor kicks, has been non-existent. And, you know, it's in the end, it's the scoreboard that matters. It's 4-2-26, the Dogs. So they've scored, 6 times from 12 entries?
Yep.
And Longford have had 3 looks at them. But, you know, all of those entries were sort of snaps or push-throughs and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, look, Casey Curtis, he'd be disappointed with the score. With the effort, I don't think he'd be disappointed. The effort's there. I think they've matched it. They've tried to run the ball from half-back of the Longford Tigers, but just their ability to not be able to hit a target is the thing at the moment. So, South Launceston, they'd be reasonably happy. I've liked the look of Logan Smith and Charlesworth through sort of half-back midfield. Bailey Lowe started well on a wing.
Yep.
You got the good bounce there, of course, on Dylan Headland out here. And just their half-forward South Launceston, they're all looking pretty dangerous. Dawkins, we saw Blackberry. And Gibson sort of gives them that other point of difference in he's big, he's powerful, doesn't take big marks, but then you've got Lee coming up at the ball as well. And also Chase Oliver. He's a boy that's had a good, last few weeks. He's kicked 14 goals in 5 games for the Dogs. So he's a good point of difference for them as a young 17, 18-year-old boy as well.
Spot on, he kicked a couple last week against Launceston. We mentioned Ollie Chugg pre-game. He's had a couple of opportunities, Macca. He had a couple of shots that were sort of outside 50. One just in front of us here in the broadcast booth that he kicked to, ran very close to the man on the mark, but yet to hit the scoreboard.
Longford are rolling them up. So even at the first stoppage, they're rolling up to the next stoppage.
Yep.
And then Ollie Woodcock-Davis or Seb Page or whoever it is, it's 2-on-4 or 2-on-3 every time the ball. They've got the outnumber on every occasion to the Dogs.
You mentioned Ollie Woodcock-Davis there. He's sort of been the spare man back there, hasn't he, in terms of just sweeping up to get that loose footy if it does spill out.
Yeah, he plays it well.
He does do it really well.
Score at North Hobart, mate. Yep. The SFL, 1 goal 9. In fact, they've just kicked their second. So they're 2 goals 9, now 21. The NWFL 1-4-10. Actually, it wasn't a goal, that was a replay. So it is 1 goal 9, 15. The SFL. The NWFL 1-4-10. So 15-10, 2 goals kicked in the first half. It's an amazing score on what looks a pretty fine day, and the ground doesn't look muddy at all. Carlton lead the Eagles by 28 over at Marvel Stadium.
And I can see our man Chris Sayer has done some fine work at quarter time. Chris Sayer, will cross down to you. What have you got for us from the boundary?
Yes, I was at Longford's huddle. Coach Curtis, I thought the forwards were too high in that quarter, and the backs were too loose, and contest the ball, he says. He was pretty happy with that quarter, but still they could do a lot more, especially pressure in this second quarter.
You're right about the forwards being too high, Matt. Like I said, there's no use Chug being up on half forward. No use Larby. If Larby's forward, who cares if he gets a ball up here on centre wing?
Absolutely.
They've got to get the ball inside 50 to those targets. So, look, I agree with what Curtis said there at quarter time, that their forwards have to probably stay at home and rather than roll up, because when they roll up, South will leave their player back and they'll have an outnumber every time.
Particularly someone like a Chug or a Larby, you want those getting the ball 30 metres out from goal.
At least competing, don't you?
Absolutely.
They've got some good smalls up there. Gray was dangerous and so was Taylor. So here we go. Second quarter underway. Aganis gets it down. He wins that one, does Aganis. He's going to get the second ball. He spins the wheels in the mud. And it's Lockie Harris now kicking the ball long and deep to the South Lonnie forward line. Here's Matthew Lee. He loves a look at the goals. Does Matthew Lee? It's going to miss. It's going to miss through for a behind. A big toe in Aganis. The wheels were spinning in that little bit of mud that is there, and he fell over and South Launceston jumped on it. Joel Lloyd with the kick out for Longford. They really can't afford another goal or two to South. They'll be 6 goals down before you know it. Lloyd goes fast side of the ground. Hubbard's there. Blackberry also there for South Launceston. It's going to be a ball up 55 metres from South Launceston's goal. You've had a big day, Matt. You had the girls' game. That was very one-sided. The final score there for those who just joined us, South Launceston 242 to Longford. Didn't score.
Macca. 36 goals the Longford ladies put on, and it was a really dominant performance right from the opening bounce. This is Aganis with a kick in towards the centre of the ground. Loose footy, ground ball here. There's a little bit going on here.
Yeah, something's happened behind the ball. Matt Lee has got one in the kidneys.
Oh, yeah.
He's gone down. They know what's happening here, and I don't know who did it.
In the meantime, ball's been sent forward here. Bouncing footy. Here's Will Gibson, gets on the end of this. Comes off his hand. Tackle laid by Blackberry straight away.
There's a bit of a story here. Matt Lee's pulled up really sore, Matt. He went sort of the back kidney area. Hopefully he's okay. The goal kicker for the Dogs, Nason, comes on. Was a little bit behind play, so let's keep an eye on this.
There was. Ryder Bug was getting involved in some stuff too, just in front of us. Not sure what happened there. Aganis takes us out of the ruck. Gets down to his feet. Loose footy to be won here inside South's 50. Clearing kick by Headland. Just finds a bit of space. Throws it on the boot and gets it out of the danger area for now. Loose footy. Good one-on-one on the wing there. Support arrives for South, but the ball goes out of bounds before that can happen.
One thing I've learnt, Matt, over the years, I did make a bit of a call one day that I saw something, and then I ended up at the tribunal as a witness.
No.
Jeepers. So we just say we didn't see anything now.
No, we didn't. Just a bit of a spicy encounter.
Otherwise you'll end up giving your Monday or Tuesday night up, and you'll have to go to the tribunal.
That throw-in falls short. Ollie Dean ran into it and got a chain of handballs out. It's going to be sent forward. Here's Alex Jordan with a kick inside 50. Oh, that's a good intercept mark there from Longford. And it is...
that's Connor Alexander, the skipper.
Yeah, Connor Alexander, great mark. Bit of run and carry here for Longford, right in front of us here. Loose footy. Bouncing ball. Players run onto it. Good one-on-one contest. So toe poke forward there by Jet Maloney. But it's going to come South's way. Quick clearing kick out of that danger area. Only as far as Longford in the centre, bursting through. Here's Ryder Bug. Sweeping handball. Over the top, he finds Alex Jordan, who gets a handball away, and he's found the goal kicker in Dawkins. Kicked a goal from the goal square in that second quarter. Comes off hands. Loose ball inside 50, holding the ball. Be a free kick for South Launceston, about 40 yards straight in front.
Well, James Hawes back here. I'm going to be critical. James Hawes had to look at the ball and take it. He was looking for the next possession, didn't get it. South Lonnie are a good side. They'll pounce on it every time, and now they're going to have a shot at goal.
It's just a little bit going on at centre-half forward again. In the meantime, it'll be Chase Oliver to take this free kick. He laid the tackle there on Alexander and has won this free kick on goal. So Chase Oliver, man on the mark's about 46 metres away from goal, so this will be a good kick. Chase Oliver comes in and kicks from just inside 50, pops it up, goes towards the square, comes off hands, loose footy in the pocket. Gibson swoops onto this one, runs around. Will Gibson, centering ball, dangerous ball.
No, that was touched off.
Touched off the boot. Play on, says the umpire. Blackberry's underneath this, trying to get a handball out. He's tackled by 2 Longford Tigers, including Will Dakin, and the umpire says, give it to me. We will have a ball up right on the edge of the centre square for South Launceston. So South Launceston, deep in attack, leading by 4 goals. Ball up. Gannison and Dean and Nason on this occasion go. Nason gets the handball out towards Max Dawkins, and Dawkins puts it through. Max Dawkins kicks his second goal. That was very nicely done there in the ruck by Nason. It was Caleb Nason who got that ball down to Dawkins. Dawkins saw the opportunity and snapped for goal and kicks the opening goal of this second quarter for South Launceston.
It's alarm bells now, Matt.
It is. All of a sudden you look up at the scoreboard and things are changing dramatically. Not so much in the stats or in gameplay, but South Launceston, the one that makes the most of their opportunities.
5 goals.
5 goals, 33 to Longford, 3 behinds.
It's just gone 6 a.m. in London time, and the skipper's awake.
Is he awake?
Captain
Is he
Dave
onto
Moore's
us?
awake.
He's
having a listen from Plymouth. Yes,
From Plymouth
he's given us
in
an
the
update
UK.
on the soccer. Australia will play Egypt next Saturday morning at 4 a.m. He tells me in the World Cup.
Excellent.
So the skipper, good that you can join us, Dave Moore. We're on air.
And send us updates all the way from Plymouth. That is fantastic. Thank you very much to our commentary team, Captain Dave Moore. Rucks go at it back at the centre. It was Aganis who got the better of it on that occasion, but it's going to go South's way through Tom Graham. He's going to kick it out in front of us here on the wing. Chasing hard there was Bailey Lowe. Got a hand to it, so it's not going to be a lasso.
No,
I think
he never touched that.
Oh,
He never touched that.
I believed him.
He is giving them...
I believed him, Macca.
No, he never touched
Free
that.
kick to Maloney.
I do
Right
like
in front
Lowe,
of
though. I
us.
saw him as a junior right back from under 14s, Bailey Lowe. Left the club for 12 months, came back, and he's been a good acquisition for the Dogs. He goes down the line now to Longford. They need a score, and they really don't look for it. Here's Aganis. He turns around, nothing really. There's Big Tone. Headland in the right spot, right time. So Headland, centre square. He's got players on the far side. Can he get it there? Looks like Lloyd. And Lloyd will take the mark coming up from the half-back line, Joel Lloyd. He wants to go. The umpire said play on. He'll swing from 50 now, Joel Lloyd. After he looked to go short, it's a 1-on-4. Larby cannot do anything. And coming over the top and spoiling was Ollie Dean. Well, you go long to the square, you've got Larby, who's obviously their goal kicker, but he drew 4 opponents and had no chance. So it's go through for another behind. Longford 4 behinds. They trail by 29 points here at Youngtown. Listening to City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5. And that is an excellent mark there from Hunter Farrelly.
Sure was. Charlesworth brings it out, and great mark by Farrelly. Farrelly comes further down the wing, and he's found a player in Bailey Lowe right in front of us. Bailey Lowe in the long sleeves today. Looks for some options. He's right in front of the interchange bench. He's going to kick it up to some players here. Pack converges. Nice intercept grab. That was taken by Jake Murfitt in the helmet there for the Tigers. So Jake Murfitt, right half back, looking for some options. And he's going to go long down the line. Send this ball long down the Heslin direction. Finds a bit of space, this ball. Aganis with a handball and comes out. No, he's interrupted there. It was Kurt Hibbs. Between Kurt Hibbs and Aganis sees this ball out of bounds. So Lasso. So it's a free kick.
He handballed it over the
handball
line.
Over the line?
Yeah. Unless he was already over the line when he handballed it.
Umpires are just converging now on that very decision.
I reckon he was already over the line.
I think he might have been too. Yeah, throw in. Yep, good call. Did look to be that case. So we'll have a boundary throw in just in front of the south interchange gates. We've been going almost 8 minutes in this second quarter.
Oh, hang on. Dylan
Launceston.
Headland. Dylan Headland has given the umpire a little mouthful on the way past.
Right.
It's umpire Anderson. He's having none of it.
And it ends up with Toby Morrison.
It's going to be a free kick. Morrison goes short. Lockie Harris. He's a big unit for a young boy, Lockie Harris. Switches it and goes short to Woodcock Davis. He swings it even further and goes wider to Charlesworth. Charlesworth, they work the ball well here. Now, and he finds Tom Graham. Become a really important player for South Launceston. He tried to go in short to Taylor. He'll get the free kick. So Taylor just sharing the ball now. He tried to go short to Woodcock Davis. Went over his head. He's under pressure. Player might have gone high. Taylor, he did. Free kick to Woodcock Davis on half back. Dylan Headland and Morrison fighting here on centre wing. Woodcock Davis. Geez, they're just lining up here at the moment. He finds Munting on this occasion. Gives it to his under-18 Tassie teammate in Ryder Bug. Not being able to see the ball was Oliver in the sun. Here's Ollie Dean. Goes back inboard. Turnover. So they're going to come near side now. Longford. They're still looking for their goal. Here's Lloyd. So here's Joel Lloyd on half-back. We saw him have the last shot at goal. Just can't get the ball inside 50 at any option to kick a goal here at the moment. Woodcock Davis does really well. He takes an intercept mark on half-back.
He does. Ollie Woodcock Davis at left half-back here. Looks for some options. Lockie Taylor comes off for a spell. He short passes it up to Alex Jordan. So Alex Jordan just in front of the Dogs interchange gates here. Got 9.5 minutes second term. South by 29 points. Goes long. Intercept mark is, and it has been taken just in front of us here by the number 25 in Collar, Alexander. Alexander squares this ball up into the corridor. Good pressure there put on by Max Dawkins, so there's a loose footy here in the centre square. Gibson's there as well, trying to get involved. Loose ball, whistle. Throw. So a throw going the way of Longford, and it'll be Kobe Moore to take that free kick. He does that and has found a player. Team United's got to come back. Coming back to centre half back here, and it will be Moore to take this free kick for the Tigers. He's found Ethan Hubbard, in the centre square for the Tigers. So this is Hubbard. Looks for a teammate out wide and does. Finds that man again, Lloyd. He's had a bit of it, Macca, Joel Lloyd.
Yep.
So Lloyd in front of us here. Front of the broadcast position, gets around the man on the mark with a bit of a turn. That's nicely done. Lloyd sends this one inside 50. Can they hit up a player? Couple of bites of the cherry there for Maloney. Comes off his hands in the pocket, and we'll have a ball up.
They just cannot connect. If they could connect as well as timekeeper Rick Costello just connected with that pasty that he just annihilated up here in the box. I tell you what, Longford would be 5 goals in front if they had the same.
I didn't even see the pasty. That's how good it was.
Snorted it down. Here's Curtis. The coach in Casey Curtis has a shot at goal and it goes far side, and that's not even going to score for a behind. So they're still stuck on 4 behinds, the Longford Tigers. They trail by 29 points, 11 minutes gone here in quarter number 2.
It was a case of almost there for the Tigers, wasn't it, Macca? If Maloney sticks that mark, they would have had a shot on goal.
They've had a lot of them today.
Here he comes, outside 50. So it's going to be a free kick here for Logan Smith of South Launceston. 5:33, Longford at 4 behinds into the 12th minute of the second term as South Lonnie look to move this ball on the outer side. And it's Bailey Lowe to send this ball long down the line. And is that a good intercept mark or did it hit the turf? No, good intercept mark taken there by Moore. So Moore doing the defensive work for the Tigers. So left half back, Moore called to play on and sends this ball long back down that outer wing. Players converge, good pack this. Big fist over the top there was Kurt Hibbs. Loose footy. Chance for Longford to repel. They've done this so well so far. Centering ball, dangerous one. Oh, good intercept grab.
Seb Page.
That was Seb Page. That's a great intercept grab when Longford were trying to build. Now they've got the chance through Morrison. Short pass trying to find Gibson. Gibson looks good so far. He's had a bit of the pill. Gibson goes in towards the centre of the ground, towards Lachlan Harris. Spilt the mark initially. Had time to recover. Was tackled. Umpire comes in and says, give it to me. We will have a ball up. So in the centre square.
Geez, Coach Taylor would be really happy with the way South Launceston are going here, I reckon.
Absolutely. Longford had a really good opportunity there, and it was a great intercept grab by Seb Page to get that ball moving for South Launceston. Now another chance for him moving forward. Kicked inside by Dawkins. Here's a chance for South Launceston. Gibson's underneath this one. Can't quite get to it. Sweeping handball by Farrelly. Goes backwards but finds a teammate in Lachlan Harris who sends this forward. It's downfield.
Go and kick the goal right
So Harris was dealt with after he'd kicked it. Getting a little bit going on at half forward here.
Ryderbug could have ran straight into the goal.
Could have just finished it off.
As it is, you're going to have the shot from 10 metres out directly in front.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's only, 18 years old, Lockie Harris, but there wasn't really much after he kicked it, but he made sure the umpire saw that there was any level of contact.
Yep.
And the umpire said, no, you don't need to do it. That's downfield.
So Ryderbug will pop this one through from about 10 metres out, and he does just that. He's kicked his first for the afternoon. That is a couple of goals for South Launceston this quarter. They've moved on to 6-3-39. Longford the 4 behinds, and we've been going 13.5 minutes of the second term.
I said pre-game, Matt, I wanted to see Longford come here to Youngtown and really announce themselves as like a grand final contender. And at the moment, they haven't been able to do it. They've become undisciplined. It's going to be a free kick. Is it going to go, if it's South's way, it's got to be downfield then. It's got to be inside 50. It's got to be whatever's... You can't take it back.
I think they've realised that.
Yes, so it's going to be a free kick on the 50 to Toby Morrison. So, Longford, there really are, to be fair, a shambles at the moment. It's going to be another kick to Ryder Bug. He's not from 10 metres on this occasion, though. He's going to be from 50. So Ryder Bug, they've got Longford rattled. We said that they put up a pretty good fight in the first quarter, but was still 4 goals down. He goes short into that sun again. They couldn't see it. Lee, good to see him back on the ground after that hit before. They now come through Gray to the Longford Tigers. Ollie Woodcock-Davis has been impassable back there at half back. They go wide here now with the handball to Jordan. He's also been good. Saw him up forward earlier in the season. They come far side of the ground, Logan Smith. He twists and turns. He looked for Harris, couldn't find any good pressure. They give the hands to the Longford Tigers. They go back. Jake Murfitt. He's got to go right side. Not a great kick again. Jet Maloney. Need him on. That's a good effort for tackle, but they got out of it. Longford inside 50. Garnis is the target on this occasion, but it's another intercept mark, and this time it's to Hibbs. Well, they just cannot do anything at the moment, the Longford Tigers. He goes short and finds Logan Smith, Matt.
So Logan Smith at halfback for the South Launceston Bulldogs looks for some options. He might come out this side to Lachlan Taylor. No, he doesn't. He goes long down the line there to a contest. Over the back, good hands. Another opportunity here for Bailey Lowe. Bailey Lowe gets away from his tackler and sends this up towards 50. Where's Gibson? It goes over his head. Bouncing footy, dangerous footy. Blackberry's there as well. Here's Gibson from the pocket. Gibson from the pocket. Oh, touched. Through for a rush behind the South. Good pick up there by Gibson. He was aware of what was going on. He had Blackberry in support, but South Launceston just looking that little bit more dangerous when they're moving forward. Chance for Longford to repel here. Through Murfitt. This is Murfitt, full back. What can the Tigers do? They're under a bit of pressure. They're 6 goals down midway through the second quarter. Murfitt goes out wide and finds a teammate. He chips this one up short as well, and he's found another teammate in Dakin. This is Will Dakin, left half back, trying to clear the dangerous area for Longford. Another kick down the wing. Intercepted. No, it comes off hands. Loose footy. Number of players around it. One of those players is Logan Smith. The umpire says, no, give it to me. We will go again, lads. We've gone 16 minutes in this second quarter. South Launceston 6-4-40, leading Longford 4 behinds. Rucks go at it. Loose footy. Another opportunity here for South Launceston. And there's an intercept mark there taken for Longford in the shape of Jake Lloyd. Gets onto this one. Lloyd from the back pocket. Chips it up. Good contest, but no, mark was taken.
Always short, Longford. They always go short. They want to chip the ball. When you're 6 goals down, you've got to give yourself a chance.
Kicks this one down the wing. It's Lachlan Taylor formed the intercept there. Came off his hands. Again, loose footy here at half forward for South. Umpire calls holding the ball. So Longford will get some relief here. Free kick to Longford. And it is going the way of the number 26 in Ben Murfitt. So Ben Murfitt chips it short, finds a teammate. Another ball across the ground here. Dangerous footy. It works out okay. Found Bailey Morton. Here's Morton just in front of us. Jay Blackberry mans the mark. Can Longford get something going from half-back? No, they can't, because the ball's going to be turned over by Hunter Farrelly. He marks at half-forward. Hunter Farrelly looks to play on straight away and finds Blackberry. He does so. So Blackberry takes the mark. 35 out straight in front. And again, Macca, Longford are just breaking down across half-back.
Well, they want to go short on every occasion, and quite often it's not, a real big change of direction. And Bailey Morton it was, who came back inboard and just straight in the hands of another dog.
In the meantime, here's Jay Blackberry. He's already kicked the 1 goal this afternoon. He'll line him up from about 35 out straight in front. Blackberry sends it on the way. He sends it on the way. He likes it. He's kicked a goal. That's 2 goals for Jay Blackberry. South Launceston had their 7th. They lead 7-4-46. Longford 4 behinds. We've gone 18-minute mark of the second quarter.
What are those inside 50s this quarter, if you don't mind, for Lucas?
Lucas Donaldson's stats.
He's dropped them on the ground. I put pressure on him.
Here we go. We've got him. Inside 50s for this quarter, 9-4.
Yeah, in favour of the Dogs.
In favour of the Dogs, yeah.
Just starting to really get on top now. 42 points. Yeah, and I mentioned
starting to get ugly,
before there when that free kick was given. I just wanted to see Longford come today and really give something.
Absolutely.
And we just haven't seen it. It's okay to win out at Longford and, do well against some of these lowly teams. And in the end, you think that, Launceston, South and Longford are probably going to be the top 3 teams. And therefore will play finals at some stage. But you want to get on your bike. Here's Dawkins. Garnis, intercept. Just one might do them. Let's see what they can do. Gray ran over the footy. Well done to Kruger. Graham ran over it. Here they come through Murfitt. Inside 50. There's a mark. Is that Chug? I think it might be as he gets up.
Yep.
Yeah. So Ollie Chug. Or is it Taylor? It's one of the two.
It's Chug.
Back to the ground at the moment.
The pink boots.
Ollie Chug.
Yeah, Chug.
Ollie Chug. So Ollie Chug, 20 for the year. He's going to kick. It's going to take a really good kick from 50 metres out. Going towards the eastern end here of Youngtown Oval. So Chug, we're right behind it. If he's got the distance, he goes on his left foot arc. He starts it pretty well. Ollie Chug gets one. There they go. So Ollie Chug gets his first. That's Longford's first. They've hit double figures. They're 6 goals down. They're 1 goal 4-10. They trail South Launceston 7-4-46. There's the mark they needed, Matt.
Absolutely, Mac, and you called it. They desperately needed one. Desperately need to get on the scoreboard before half-time, and they've done that through Ollie Chug. And just a nice contested mark inside 50 to give them the opportunity to get them on the board, which is exactly what they needed. And on that occasion, didn't break down across half-back. Moved the footy well. And it was kicked, I think it was Hubbard, Ethan Hubbard in the centre of the ground. It started that chain and ends up with Ollie Chug, and Ollie Chug puts the goal through. So it's South Launceston 7-4-46, Longford 1-4-10. Desperately needed that one before half-time, and can they find one or two more, Macca, in the next few minutes?
They need it. So let's see what they can do. Can't be long left. 20 minutes gone. The other quarter went 24. Here's a Garnis up in the ruck against Nason. Harris, like to see him in the middle today. He's done well. Morrison up against Headland. They've had a real push battle on this wing. The two protagonists. Here's Graham. That's beautiful handball on the outside to Harris. Swings it wider to Lee. Lee inside 50. Could have been down the field. Free kick. The South Lonnie supporters wanted it. Didn't come. Chase Oliver led at the ball. Here's Harris. He's tackled, holding the footy. Good tackle there to Ben Murfitt. Now Murfitt, not the best of kicks. Let's see what he can give. He'll go backwards and sideways to Hubbard. Let's see if he can take yards. Now Ethan Hubbard. Here's the yards he's trying to take. He's going to go far side of the ground. Going to be another down the field free kick. And this time it's going to go far to James Hawes. So Hawes, after Hubbard was dealt with, far side of the ground, Hawes goes short, finds his teammate in Connor Pearton. Haven't seen much of him since that first couple of parts. And here's another player we haven't seen much of, Isaac Thompson. So Thompson, far side, they go short, they run hard. Goes back to Hawes, chipping the ball slowly. They've got one on the board, now they want two. Goes even wider. Finds Denellen. He comes back inboard by hands. They put speed on the ball. Here's Jake Murfitt. Inside 50, Morrison. Well, the winger, he gets up in defence and he takes a great mark and he gives it to Ollie Woodcock-Davis. Over to you, Matt.
Woodcock-Davis, short pass, but intercepted by Headland there. Loose footy to be won. Bit going on here at half forward for South. Players converge. Umpire says, give it to me. We will have a ball up. So we'll have a ball up in the forward pocket for the Tigers. They trail 1-4-10, trailing South Launceston 7-4-46. Ball up for South. Taken out of the ruck by Nason there. He gets a sweeping handball over the top. Tackled immediately there was Tommy Graham. Ball, says the crowd.
Underway in the third quarter at North Hobart. The SFL, 3 goals 12-30. Lead the NWFL, 1 goal 5-11.
3-12, Macca. Jeez. Ball up again in the Longford 50. Here it is. Larby with a quick kick away. Centering ball. Comes off hands. Loose footy in the pocket for Longford. Quick hands there by Bailey Lowe. Quick handball out and a quick kick, clearing kick. Good contest over there between Dawkins and Hubbard. Dawkins wins that for now and kicks it long down the line. Loose footy picked up by Jake Murfitt. Murfitt sends it back to where it came from. Players converge. Good contest this. Comes over the back in the way of Seb Page. Page gets a handball out. Longford tackled immediately. Longford player tackled immediately under that. Umpire says, give it to me. We will have a ball up. And it was the number 3 in James Hawes under that pack. So ball up on the cusp of Longford's 50 here. Quick handball out by Page. Intercepted by Longford. Centering ball. And marked to Longford. And that's a good mark there taken by Connor Pearton. Handball's off straight away. He finds the number 13 in Casey Brown. Goes towards goal. Kicks the goal. So Casey Brown gets on the board.
It was Charlie Taylor that gave it to him, Matt.
Thank you very
so
much,
Charlie
Macca.
Taylor, the small, taking the first mark.
And gave it off there to Casey Brown, who Casey Brown made no mistake in popping the goal through. So Casey Brown kicks his first of the afternoon, and Longford kicked their second of the match, the second of this quarter, just narrowing that gap on the scoreboard.
It just gives us some hope. Gives them some hope that if they can hit some targets, get some speed on the ball, play a little bit smarter as they go inside 50 and get the ball in the right spots, then they know that they can score. They're back to within 5 goals.
Absolutely. 24 minutes gone in this second quarter. Won't be long left. Geez, they'd love another one, though, Mac.
Yeah, it was 3 goals to 2 for the quarter.
Yeah.
No, not much in it. So ball up, Agarnis. Here's Graham. Tried to shrug Agarnis. He's gone holding the footy. Well, big tone. Chase down tackle. Who would have thought? Gives it over to Brown. He puts the wheels down. He's got pace. The former Launceston Premiership player, but he hits it straight on the chest of Ollie Woodcock-Davis, who takes another intercept mark. So Woodcock-Davis, he'll go short. And there is the siren as he found Tommy Graham in the middle of the ground. Half time here, 25-minute quarter. South Launceston 7-4-46. They lead by an even 30. Longford 2-4-16 as they kick the last 2 of the quarter.
Those goal kickers, Maccas, for South Launceston, and we've got 2 to Dawkins, 2 to Blackberry, singles to Gibson, Bug and Ollie Dean, and for the Longford Tigers we've got singles to Casey Brown, he kicked that last one, and Oliver Chugg has got one as well. Half-time here at Youngtown, 7-4-46, South Launceston leading Longford 2-4-16. We'll take a quick break and we'll have some messages from the studio, and we'll come back and look at all the first half action and preview the second half and have a chat to our man Chris Sayer as well. We'll cross back to you, Chris Ball, in the studio for a few messages. He sends it on the way. He likes it. He's kicked
Kruger. Graham ran over it. Here they come through Murfitt. Inside 50. There's a mark. Is that Chugg? I think it might be as he gets distance. He goes on his left foot arc. He starts it pretty well. Ollie Chugg gets one. There they go on the ball. Here's Jake Murfitt. Inside 50, Morrison. Well, the winger, he gets up in defence and he takes a great mark and he gives it to Ollie Woodcock-Davis. Over to you, Matt.
Page, intercepted by Longford, centering ball and marked to Longford. And that's a good mark there, taken by Connor Pearton. Handballed off straight away. He finds the number 13 in Casey Brown. Goes towards goal, kicks the goal. So Casey Brown.
Here's Graham, tried to shrug Agarnis. He's gone holding the footy. Well, big tone, chase down tackle. Who would have thought? Gives it over to Brown.
Yes, welcome back to City Park Radio's coverage of NTFA Premier League action right here from Youngtown Memorial Ground this afternoon. It is South Launceston leading by 5 goals at half-time, so it is South Launceston 7-4-46, leading Longford at 2-4-16. And Mac is going to update us on some different scores around the ground.
Yeah, around the grounds, Matt, as we've got some time here. So the Division 2 seniors in the NTFA, they start at 1:30, so they're well into the third quarter. Bridport lead Evandale 65-43. Campbelltown are 161 points ahead of University, and Perth are 11 goals in front of the Meander Valley Suns. That's in the Division 2 senior men's. As we turn our attention now to the Division 1 Senior League. And some interesting games here today too. Low scoring battle down at St Patrick's. Georgetown 12, lead St Patrick's 9. Bridge North, they lead by 13 points over Old Scotch. Old Launcestonians, they trail by 2 goals out at Lilydale. And Hillwood, they trail by, 5 goals. Rochalee have kicked 8 goals, 15-63 to Hillwood, 3-6-24. So that one, Rochalee up against Hillwood. Rochalee, of course, sit pretty near the top of the ladder with Bridge North as well. Bridge North have been a bit of a surprise. Not a surprise, but they've picked up some good picks, and they've come good after there. And they had a big win against Rochalee as well. The other games in the Premier League, Deloraine 51 leads Scottsdale 19, with North Launceston and Launceston to start at 4 o'clock.
With Dane Swan, Macca.
Dane Swan's in town today, the multiple Brownlow medalist.
Yes, playing for North Launceston later on this afternoon. That's a 4 o'clock start there at UTAS Stadium. I've got some women's scores, Premier League women. Covered the South Launceston-Longford game earlier today, and that was a big win for South Launceston, 36-26, 242 to Longford, who didn't score in that one. At Deloraine women v the Scottsdale women, it was Deloraine there, 8-9-57, defeated Scottsdale 3-1-19, and a live score for you from UTAS Stadium there with North Launceston hosting Launceston. It's the Launceston senior women leading there, 8-7-55 over North Launceston 1-8. And just repeating that message that we had from the commentary team captain from the other side of the world, Macca, that after the games have been completed in the World Cup today, Australia will play Egypt in the next round of 32. And this game will be played at 4 a.m. next Saturday morning. So local time for us here, Australia v Egypt in at the round of 32 knockout. So very big thanks to Dave Moore for updating us from the other side of the world in Plymouth over there in the UK. And certainly hope he's travelling okay. AFL scores, Macca. We've got Carlton and Eagles. How's that going?
Yeah, 30 points, Carlton. They still lead by 30 points, 91 to 61 there. Of course, Carlton have come good, haven't they? They've sacked the coach and won 5 in a row, and this looks to be 6 now.
The Josh Fraser era. It's interesting, isn't it, when they struggled that first half of the season, or they'd go well in first half of games, then sort of drop off after half-time. But this could potentially be 6 in a row for the Josh Fraser era at Carlton. Yeah,
with Collingwood and Richmond to come at 4:15, and then the big South Australian showdown tonight, Port Adelaide and Adelaide. They don't like each other over there in Adelaide, those two teams.
No, they don't. The old Ramsgate incident that went off the field as well.
Many moons ago. The SFL have kicked away a little bit now, 5-12-42. The NWFL are stuck on 1-5-11.
And like you said, it looks to be pretty good conditions down there, Macca. So I can't
the ground might be a little bit heavy,
the low scoring, but it sounds like an interesting one happening in Hobart.
Interesting to see a couple of former NTFA players. They made the SFL side. Declan Chugg was good to see him get a game, and also Theo Ives.
Oh, nice one, yeah.
Playing for the SFL side.
Oh, very good. Back here at Youngtown, half-time, South Launceston by those 5 goals. I've got some Lucas Donaldson stats. Thank you very much for Lucas. He's decked out in the Melbourne gear today. The D's have got the bye this weekend, Macca, so he's a bit flat this weekend.
The D's have got the bye. Look at him. That's why he's got a bit of a frown on the face.
He's a bit flat, but D's have got the bye this weekend, but certainly looking forward to seeing the D's in the flesh at UTAS Stadium next Saturday. Hawthorn take on Melbourne here at UTAS. Some stats from this game is South Launceston Longford, and like we said, Macca, it's funny, the score sheet is surprisingly even given the scoreboard. If we look at the hitouts, 10-6 for South Launceston, clearances 11-7, but it's in this set of stats here. So inside 50s 22-20. Pretty similar.
Yeah, my word.
Marks inside 50, 6 to South Launceston, 8 to Longford. Intercept marks pretty even as well, 12-11 South Launceston's way, and frees for 14-15. So those stats are pretty even as far as the stat score sheet that Lucas is keeping for us. But as we can see, that South Launceston have made the most of their scoring opportunities and have a 5-goal lead at half time.
Yeah, look, I think if Longford can, I think this first 10 minutes, if they can get another couple on the board, and that's what I'd be saying to them at three-quarter time, let's be in the game. Yep. So let's outscore them. What was that quarter? It was 3 goals, 2 to South Launceston that quarter to 2 goals, 1. Yep. So they did get outscored, but they fought back with the last 2 goals. So let's try and chip away. Let's be within 3 goals at three-quarter time.
Yep.
See what happens.
Yep.
You're not going to make up the 5 goals in the first 10 minutes. Let's see what we can have at three-quarter time. And I just think South Launceston are running the ball okay. I I think Longford's pressure has been fair. They've probably been a little bit ill-disciplined at times. They've given away a couple of free kicks, bit of mouthing, bit of whatever, and that all hurts. Like it's get your yards, 50 metres here, 50 metres there, and the ball gets stuck inside your defensive 50, and then South Launceston get a score on the board. So, look, South Launceston Smalls have probably been the ones, haven't they? Dawkins, Ryder Bug, Jay Blackberry. We haven't really seen Matt Lee be too close to goal. He's actually been getting the ball up the ground a little bit. But look, what can Casey Curtis do with this Longford lineup? But look, they kick the ball well. They chip. But when they chip, they've got to make sure they hit the target. And then they try and put pace on the ball, which we saw from Jake Murfitt on the far side there, run and carry of the ball inside forward 50. And let's try and actually get some more one-on-ones ahead of the footy, because at the moment they're kicking to an outnumber on most occasions.
Ollie Woolcock-Davis, he's been like a bit of a wall across half-back. Really, really impressive.
Yeah, him and Hibbs. Hibbs just punches the ball. He's not there to take flash marks or kick the ball or anything. Just punch the ball and beat your opponent, to be fair.
Spot on, just recapping those goal kickers as well. So multiples to Jay Blackberry and Max Dawkins. They kicked one in the first and one in the second each. And singles to Ollie Dean, Ryder Bug and Will Gibson. And for the Tigers, Casey Brown's got one and Ollie Chugg's got one as well.
I noticed you're wearing your Devils top there. The boys played yesterday and got a touch-up.
They did, a 10-goal touch-up up in Brisbane. We talk about fixturing times and very interesting time. 11 o'clock on a Friday.
I had to try and explain it to someone yesterday because they were moaning. They were moaning, but it's not about the team that's travelled. It's about the team that played the night before.
Correct.
So Brisbane played the night before. Thursday night. They don't want to play the game today because then all their staff and their players have to sit around for an extra day. So they always play it. Like
close
Box
to,
Hill played this morning at 10 o'clock at Box Hill. You could hardly see the other side of the ground. It was foggy. They actually got knocked off this morning by the Giants. So they obviously try and play it within a certain thing so then players can get equal breaks.
Yes, what I'm making. And that makes sense to try and play it
Look,
within
the Devils,
I
just think they're struggling a little bit defensively. I think like John Menzies kicked five again. Was amazing.
Yeah.
But, Siggins, I noticed, struggled again. Yeah. So, is his time come? I said it way back at the start of the year. It's not about the first 2 or 3 weeks. It's now, middle of winter, travel, train, recover. Can these older bodies keep up with it? So, look, it's going to be interesting to see the Devils. They go to Penguin next week.
Yes, they do.
Play Box Hill.
They do.
So, and obviously Hawthorn playing here. So, we've got Chris Say. I don't know where he's been at half-time. Chris, where have you moseyed on to? Down to the Dogs?
Yes, went down to the kennel. Coach Taylor said, they must have talked about this during the week, as of course they would, and they come up with the plan. Now, I can't tell you what the plan is, but he criticised his players for not calling the plan when it was needed. He said his players got to take responsibility out on the ground and call it when it needs it. He said Longford are a good side. He said don't expect to control the play all day. Perhaps not like the scoreboard says, but there were too many Bulldog players sort of hanging back, expecting the game to be easily won. So don't let that happen. But the coach was happy. There's a lot of good things that the Bulldogs had, and he just wants his players to be disciplined. I don't know if you've noticed the runner for Longford is Doug Headland.
That's him, former South Launceston Premiership player.
South Launceston champion, and that's his boy, of course, Dylan, playing. And Dylan Headland's playing on Toby Morrison, and apparently they're good mates. So they're having a bit of a dig at each other right under your window there in that quarter.
They did.
Interesting little battle there. So, yes, I think Longford, they've got to watch, as Coach Taylor said, they've got to watch Longford because they'll come back at you in this quarter.
Nicely done, Chris. What are those conditions? How they cooled off a little bit down there?
Yes, that wind has virtually dropped altogether. So I'd say there's no wind at all out here. The shadows are starting to come across the ground. But the sun is getting low in the sky, so it's going to be hard kicking to the northern end up there. From the other pocket because that sun is really low in the sky.
Yeah, and we saw that a few times, Chris, particularly at sort of half forward and right at screened end, if you like, where the ball was coming in at a lower angle. It was quite hard for the players to pick that up. Yeah. So Chris Say is all over it for us. Chris Say, thank you very much for joining us. No, that's. Thank you very much, Chris.
He's done.
He's done. That's all
I
good.
used to have an old auntie like that who used to hang up before you got to even say goodbye.
We can switch him back on. We've still got you there, Chris. All gone. No, thank you very much for the updates.
He's done.
He is. Well, the second half won't be too far away here at Youngtown Memorial Oval. It is South Launceston leading by 5 straight goals. So it's 7-4-46, Longford at 2-4-16. And getting pretty close to the second half action getting underway. That news through that Australia will play Egypt next Saturday morning, 4 a.m. local time, following the World Cup in the round of 32, the knockout stages. And we touched on the Devils as well, Macca. I did read that the VFLW girls had a loss this morning against Collingwood.
Carlton just kicked 3 of the last, or 3 in a row, Carlton, so now they lead by 50. So that's big for the Blues.
The
Walsh
Josh
and
Fraser era carries on, Macca. That'll be 6 in a row, which is just staggering for Carlton, given where they were
with
at
the final
10.
I think they'll actually move ahead of the Giants today. They'll move ahead of the Giants today. SFL, 5 goals, 12-42. Lead the NWFL, 1-6-12. So still 30 point down there. Just waiting these players to go into position. The umpires are there and ready. It's these 2:30 starts. I'd be trying to push through if they're both ready. It's starting to get a little bit dark. Here come Longford.
Back onto the ground. And getting ready to get away. We touched on Dial Park next weekend. The Devils will be playing there, double header with the VFLW and the men's side. On the same time there as the Melbourne Hawthorn game at UTAS in Launceston.
We talk about bizarre scheduling.
That is a little bit bizarre because you have a number of people that would want to go to... Well,
want
to go to both, actually.
Well, if you're a Hawthorn supporter, you'd be keen to watch the twos.
Yes.
As well as watch them as the spectators get told to leave the ground. So, really underway here at Youngtown. South Launceston 7-4-46. They lead by 30. It did get out to 42 points as Longford kicked the last 2 goals. They're 2-4-16. Rick Costella's got his hand on the siren, ready to go here for the third quarter. Round 10 action. South Launceston, 6 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw of this season. And what they've got to do, and Ant Taylor's talking about that plan, he wants them to know how to play. Like as in, what's the plan, and he knows it and they know it, but he feels that the way to beat Launceston is to stick to his game plan and to know where you are in the game, feel the game, know that the opposition have kicked 1 in a row, 2 in a row. What do we do now? It's 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Where do we go now? Is it fast go time? Is it slow time? What are we going to do in all of those facets of the game? Because he's got a young side, not too many veterans amongst them, apart from probably Jay Blackberry. Brendan Taylor is still yet to come back, and I spoke to him today. He's still a bit iffy. He's got this sort of nerve damage and whatever down through his hip, hamstring area, so he's probably a few weeks away still. But, get him back in there, a little bit of experience as well as his game. We'll see how they go. Ollie Freeland out today on a rest for the Devils. Don't know who else they got to come back, Rick. Jack Morrison on ball. He's having a spell from the Devils as well. Do you like him, Rick? Jack Morrison likes him.
Gives a thumbs up.
Grant Holt as well. What's he got done? Tonsils out.
Oh,
there you go, Matt Chatwin up here in the stats. So, of course, Grant Holt to come back. Yeah, well, he's definitely one in their first 18 to come back. All right, so we're about to get underway here. Third quarter action, round 10. Larby up against Dean. So you'd imagine Dean will get over the top. These 2 players, they're going to get to do it. Kruger. So Kruger was going at it for the whole time there with Casey Curtis, the coach. And Curtis is going to get the free kick. Oh, he's been called play on now. It's 50. Jay Blackberry's run into the area. And now it's going to be 50. So Kruger gave away the first free kick. Him and Curtis were just bumping into each other the whole time. There was no ball up. Jay Blackberry came in because he thought Curtis had played on. The umpire hadn't called it. So now, Casey Curtis, this is what we called for.
Well, this is the dream start to the half for Longford.
He's going to have a shot from goal just inside the 50. Man on the mark is at the 30. So Casey Curtis for a dream start for the Longford Tigers. Looks okay off the boot. Just misses. Misses a far side. So that's a behind. We haven't even had a ball up yet, and Casey Curtis gets 2-5-17 Longford Tigers They're now inside 30 points. They trail by 29. Page turns it over. Finds Josh Gray now. So this could be a perfect start for Longford if they can get a goal on the board. He goes short looking for Isaac Thompson. Couldn't get it. Here's Casey Brown. He looks towards goal. Tapped through. Off hands again. Just can't get any penetration on their kick, the Longford Tigers. And they're going to try again. They get the ball straight out the middle this time. Hunter Farrelly uses the ball well, far side. In fact, it falls short of Tom Graham. Picked it up on his knees. Goes backwards. They try to go down the line to their vice-captain, Logan Smith. It's come off hands, and it's going to be a ball in.
Solid start, Macca. We wanted to get the first couple of inside 50s, and they've done just that. Last kick for goal looked all right until the last moment. It was sort of punched through. Got a boundary throw-in on the outer side. There's been a whistle.
It's going to be a free kick to Ollie Dean at the ruck. There's
a bit going on there. Is
it Ollie Dean?
Or is it...
No, it's Kruger, is it? Yeah, Kruger.
Yeah, Kruger. So Kruger gets the handball out to... was it Blackberry that got that kick away? Down towards Gibson. So it comes off his shin. Chance for Longford here. Player tackled immediately. Is under that pack there. There's a number of players all on this. The umpire will call for it in a moment. And he does. I missed what the free kick was for Kruger, Macca, on that
he just went up.
wing.
He got hit off the ball, didn't
Yep,
he? Yeah, he just got hit off the ball.
So, resulting is a ball up here on the outer wing. Ruxgard again. Larby gets that one down. Hello, there's been another whistle. And it's for a hold. Going Larby's way. So there was a bit of a hold there in that rug contest. So it ends up with Larby. He chips it out wide, trying to find a teammate. Good intercept there by Logan Smith. Gets the fist on it.
Free kick.
Free
kick.
Go
to Maloney.
Oh, well, Maloney.
Front on contact.
Front contact. Well, it wasn't a good intercept, so Maloney plays on straight away. Gets a quick handball out to Hubbard. Here's Ethan Hubbard. He's drilled this one up towards half forward. Comes off hands. Loose footy inside at Longford's 50. There was Seb Page there that picked it up. He was tackled immediately, and we'll have another ball up about 35 metres out in front of Longford's goal.
Once again, though, they kick it inside 50 and they're outnumbered, the Tigers. It's just Bulldogs. Here's Dean, uncontested, gets it down the South Launceston way to Alex Jordan. Blackberry up from the forward pocket, takes the mark. He'll use it well. Looks for Farrelly, goes under his feet. Here's Dawkins, good hands. They go back now to the Dogs, inside 50 to them. They go really wide. Gibson will look to turn his opponent inside on the left foot. He keeps his feet, does Gibson. Gives it up to Dawkins. Dawkins, forward handball to Farrelly. Across the chest. Not a great kick, and the Longford player sees it through. So that's where they've just got to straighten up and maybe have a shot for goal there.
This is Ethan Hubbard to bring this ball back into play for the Tigers. And he finds a short pass option in Isaac Thompson. Thompson goes back to the other pocket. So still deep in defence here for the Tigers. Trying to clear this ball out of defence. Goes long down the line. Was that a push out? No. Larby takes the grab in front of Logan Smith on that occasion. So this is Larby. At right half back for the Tigers. Squares this up a little bit more. Comes back into the centre of the ground. Oh, a bit too much on that kick. That's dangerous. Because here he is, right a bug. He's going to wheel and go. Gets this inside 50. Comes off hands. Loose footy. Here's Blackberry. Gets a tackle. Has a little handball through the legs there. Finds Gibson. Gibson chips this one up inside 50. Oh, what a great grab.
Chase Oliver.
So Chase Oliver has put the one juke up and it's stuck. Good grab. Chase Oliver will have a shot for goal. We've gone 5 minutes in the third quarter and a chance for South to extend their lead. Just put up the one juke and pulled it in.
He's got some talent. He's an old school kick mark player, like mark kick goal player. And so in under 18s, he probably needs to be a little bit more than that. But if he keeps marking them like that, let's see what he can do.
Chase Oliver, about 30 out straight in front, goes back and it drifts left. Chase Oliver, one behind. Kicked the 2 last week. He's just got the one behind so far this week. Ethan Hubbard to bring this ball back in for the Tigers. Goes a short pass option. He'll get it back again. So Hubbard under a bit of pressure here. Blackberry lays a tackle. That's holding the ball. Blackberry has got the free kick in the pocket for the Bulldogs. Just mucking around with it a little bit there. The Tigers couldn't clear it out of defence. And Blackberry lays the tackle and he'll have a shot on goal.
They've made some mistakes, the Tigers, today.
Yeah.
But just old-fashioned mistakes. Coach killers.
Yeah, certainly
Might
was
like
a
to
couple
call
of
them.
A couple of handballs, one too many perhaps, as it ends up with Jay Blackberry. He's going to kick for goal here from the pocket. Setting up to run around and pop this one through. Blackberry goes around on the right and gets the goal. Jay Blackberry gets on the board. He's got 3 goals, one in the first, one in the second, and now one in the third. We've gone 6.5 minutes in this third quarter, and South Launceston get that first goal of the second half. They move on to 8 goals. Just mucking around with it there, weren't they, Macca, in the back line? Couldn't clear it out.
No, and tell you what, you don't see Jay Blackberry kick on the right foot much.
He ran around on that occasion, popped it through.
You don't see him on the right. He's a typical left footer. Goes on the left on every occasion, but just got the right foot snap there. So 6 goals back the lead now. 8-6, 54 South Launceston. They lead Longford 2-6-18. 7 minutes gone. Thank you for joining us here on the AFL Tas live stream and simulcast also on our City Park Radio Sport 103.7, 96.5. We're back in the middle of the ground here at Youngtown. Larby up against Dean. Here's Dawkins. Sprints from the centre clearance inside 50. Oliver can't get there. It's a good defensive mark in the back line there from Longford. Looks like Kobe Moore.
Yep.
He switches it wide, finds Lloyd in front of the scoreboard here at Youngtown. Bathed in sunshine. Don't know if there's much heat in it, but it's bathed in sunshine over on that pocket. Can't find his teammate on the far side of the ground in Hubbard, and the ball will go off hands and out of bounds. Good to see South Launceston coach Taylor throwing boys like Max Dawkins into the guts. You know, youngsters, got him in there, gets the clearance with his pace. Here comes Kobe Moore off the ground, looks sore.
He does. He tags
Woodcock Davis can't take the mark. Chug outside 50, goes inside 50. They're going to look at the goals. They get one here to Longford. That's the one they need. That's Bennett. So Mitchell Bennett, they went from one end to the other from the boundary throw-in on the far side. Mitchell Bennett gets his first goal of the day. Longford's third. And Mitchell Bennett, we saw him kick 5, I think, out at Longford last year it was. It could have been the year before. He had the ball on a string to Mitchell Bennett. And he kicks his first, his 10th for the year. 3 goals, 6 Longford, 24, back to 30 points. South Launceston 8-6, 54. 9 minutes gone. And that was they were able to get the ball goal side.
Yeah, they definitely needed that one, didn't they, Macca? Just some really fast ball movement. We were keeping an eye on Moore, who'd come off the ground. But in the meantime, Longford moved that ball on that far wing really quickly, got into a bit of space. And in that case there, it was Mitchell Bennett who was able to run onto it, a one-on-one inside 50. We're back into it. Dean and Larby up there in the right. Quick kick finds the sky, and then it trickles in towards the path of Dawkins. Dawkins with a drilling ball inside 50. Bounces off the chest there. Chance for Longford to repel. He was Hubbard with a sweeping ball, handball out only as far as Morrison. Toby Morrison goes towards goal. Oh, and it's punched through for a behind. South Launceston pressuring again. They move on to 8-7, 55, leading Longford 3-6, 24. We've gone almost 10 minutes in this third quarter. So a chance for Longford here to clear this out through Jake Murfitt. Murfitt's going to take the kick in. Can they move that ball as freely as they did a few moments ago to result in that goal? Murfitt goes long down the line to a one-on-one contest. Free kick there. Larby in the front. Is that where it's going? Yes, it is. So it goes to Larby in that one-on-one. Quick handball. Finds Headland. Headland with a quick pass. Down the line. Finds Chug. Chug on the wing in front of us in the broadcast position. Chug goes up towards centre half forward. And finds Lloyd. Lloyd takes the mark.
This is Bennett.
Bennett, sorry. Long sleeves got me there. It was Bennett. So Mitchell Bennett. Hello. 50 metres. So Mitchell
Nason.
Bennett. So Nason ran through the protected area there, resulting in a 50-metre penalty to Mitchell Bennett. It's going to take him pretty close to goal, and he will have a shot on goal. And we're midway through this third quarter to bridge that gap. This could get them back within 25 points.
The issue for Longford, and this could be a goal as well, but you got Larby off half-back takes a mark, Chug takes a mark at centre wing. They're their goal kickers.
You want them down forward, Mac, absolutely.
But Larby's been okay around the ground. They've used him a bit, but he can't be everywhere.
This is Mitchell Bennett, beneficiary of a 50-metre penalty, kicks it towards goal, and it's off target left.
It's a really bad miss. You get opportunities. You get opportunities to get back, back to within 25 points, and you miss.
You want to put them through. This is Munting. Thomas Munting's going to bring this ball back in for South. He goes short into the pocket. Finds Ollie Woodcock-Davis. Woodcock-Davis sends this ball back towards the wing with a long ball, and that's been intercepted by the Tigers there through Ethan Hubbard. Hubbard chips it up forward. He's found a player in Josh Gray. But the footy in the first half, Josh Gray sends it inside 50 to the hot spot. Comes off hands there. Woodcock-Davis came off his hands. Got a loose footy inside 50. Advantage pays. So the free kick to South. Ollie Woodcock-Davis takes it anyway, takes the advantage, and he plays on and sends this one outside 50. But only as far as Gray again, is it? No, it's the number 12 in Dakin. This is Will Dakin on that opposite side wing. Goes up towards left half forward. Comes off hand, loose footy right on the paint of 50 for the Tigers. Players converge around this footy. Here's a sweeping handball there from Taylor. That was Charlie Taylor. He found a teammate there in... was Pearson. Pearson runs it on. Here's Casey Brown. Casey Brown has kicked the goal. It's a good team goal there. Casey Brown ended up the beneficiary of it through a chain of handballs at half forward. Brown plays on, finds himself in a bit of space and snaps the goal.
Well, that's what you want. You want to hear a bit of cheering, a bit of noise, give a bit of belief. We said if they can chip away within 3 goals at three-quarter time, who knows? But just starting to win the 50-50 ball. But once again, their kick, the first kick that went inside 50, it was to Agarnis. He actually had 3 on 1. It was 3 on 1. He provided a great contest to Agarnis, and then Charlie Taylor was quick at the fall of the ball. So good effort here to Longford. They've kicked the 2 goals this quarter.
Yep.
South Launceston the 1, so win the quarter, and who knows what can happen in the last.
Now, Lucas Donaldson just flipped me the phone. It's full-time at the Marvel. Full-time at Marvel Stadium. It was Carlton 17-15, 117, defeating the Eagles 9-10-64. So Carlton getting the win there by 53 points.
So South Launceston, they try to get a centre clearance through the on-baller there in Graham, but they're held up now. And Longford will have another crack. I tell you what, another goal here, back to within 3 goals.
Yeah.
That was the number we wanted, Matt.
It certainly was. Rucks go at it. Agarnis in the centre, gets that ball down. Loose footy, ground ball to be won under a sea of players. There's been a whistle and push in the back. It's going to be a Longford free kick. Yes, it is.
She's got to be careful to get it back.
Very careful. It'll be Casey Curtis to take this. He gives a quick handball off. Driving ball inside 50 into the pocket. Players come out, quick snap around the corner, centering ball, dangerous ball for South. This comes over the back, loose footing in the goal square. There's been a whistle.
Yeah, free kick to
There's
Thompson.
been a free kick for a hold, jumper hold. I think it is. Yep, so free kick to Thompson here in the goal square. So that's Isaac Thompson. Kicked 2 goals last time these sides met. Kicked the 1 last week. He's got a chance to put himself on the board. And as she said, Macca, they just draw closer. As three-quarter time gets close, he pops it through. Isaac Thompson pops the goal through. All of a sudden, that lead is only 3 goals. So they've chipped away at that half-time deficit. Longford getting closer as we approach three-quarter time.
Well, tides have turned. South Launceston are the ones that look a little bit rattled now. The ball's just starting to fall into their hands. That was a little bit panicky from the South Lonnie defender, held on to Thompson. And now they're back to within the 3 goals. So 8-7-55 the Dogs. Longford, they're coming for it. They're now 5-7-37. We mentioned at half-time that all the stats said they're right about there. Just the kicks inside 50 and the ability to score was the major issue. So well done to Longford. They've made a game of it. Good for our broadcast. Here's Agarnis. He wins it. Great centre clearance. It's Harris. He's held up centre circle, secondary ball up. They need a settler to the Dogs. Agarnis and Nason. Nason brings it down. Agarnis doing well. Inside 50. Thompson flies. Comes down. Maloney. Beaten to it by Morrison. Gives the hands over the top now. No left foot from Graham, so he goes the outside of the right. Winning the ball, though, was Longford. They do well. Curtis. He'll send it back to where it came from. 1 on 4. And it was a tough job for Maloney. Jet Maloney, it's a good mark to Hibbs. Hibbs will go short, Farrelly. So just once again, it was a kick, and then just outnumbered the Tigers. Jet Maloney had no chance. Nason. Longford spectators saying play on, not 15. Nason comes in short. Nice hit up from Bailey Lowe. He wants to go inboard. It's going to be cut off. Thompson saw it, but it's not. It comes over the back now. Graham inside 52 long. Bug. Here's Dawkins outside of the right foot. Maxie Dawkins misses. 8-8-56 South Launceston lead Longford 5-7-37.
Certainly has ramped up the pressure, Macca. We've got the good one here at Youngtown Memorial Oval this afternoon. 8-8-56, Longford 5-7-37. Longford to bring this footy back in. Here's Moore. Defensive 50, looks for options. 17 minutes gone in this third quarter. Moore chips it out wide, and he's found a teammate in Alexander. So Alexander, right half back for the Tigers. What can they build from half back? Long ball down the wing. Loose footy to be won there. Here's Logan Smith of South. Picks it up. Gets it on the boot. Gets it up towards half forward. Oh, good grab. Ollie Dean.
Yep.
Ollie Dean's taking a great contested grab. His teammates are saying, go back and kick the goal, Ollie. And that's what it looks like he's doing. So he's marked from about 45 out. Slight angle. Sort of in front of the scoreboard there. Knows this ground well. Sister Sophie had a pretty good game in the women's game earlier. Good footy family, the Deans, Macca. Lovely people. Saw Ollie's mum, so I came in through the gate this morning. So this is Oliver Dean. 17 minutes gone in this third quarter. Dean, just to give South Launceston a bit of breathing space as we approach three-quarter time. In comes Dean. Goes on the right. About 45 out. Oliver Dean has put it out to the right. It's a behind for South Launceston. So they move on to 8-9-57, leading Longford 5-7-37.
Big 8 minutes or so coming up, Matt.
Sure is.
What can the Tigers do? Can they get another one and be right in the game at three-quarter time? They get the ball now. Hubbard goes far side. Big contest on the far side of the ground. Off hands. In front of Charlie Taylor. Well done there by the number 15 for South Launceston, Thomas Munty, off half back. So boundary throw in on centre wing. Sun in the eyes of the umpire. Nason will do the ruck hit out up against Agarnis. He gets rid of Agarnis, does Nason. Good tackle, though, by the Longford player there from Hawes. Put the pressure on. The ball bounces through. Longford get a clean possession. Goes towards the boundary line. Larby runs after it. Munting does well. Hibbs. Here's Woodcock Davis. Had a really good game. Overshoots the handball. Putting pressure on there. South Launceston and Harry Charlesworth. Could have been taken high, but they do well, Longford. They get the yardage and they get it to the 50-metre line. So Longford, they would love another goal. They're to within 20. Here's Larby. Thompson. Oh, his handball was intercepted. And they're away South Launceston now, far side of the ground. Here's Lowe.
This is Bailey Lowe on the outer wing here at Youngtown. Looks for options. Lowe, short pass. He's found a teammate in Logan Smith. So this is a Smith. South Launceston being a bit methodical here, using a few short passes, trying to build from that half-back line. So Smith goes a little bit longer on this occasion, up towards half forward. It was Dean again. No, yeah, it was Dean again. Got hands to it, came to the ground. Loose footy inside, 50 for South. Sweeping handball, trying to find Max Dawkins. Dawkins on the right. Dawkins on the right. And it is through on the right-hand side.
Couple of misses.
Another behind there for Dawkins. He's got 2-2. South move on to 8-10-58, leading by 21 points here. 19 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter. Longford in defence here, trying to clear this ball out. Comes down the broadcast side, just in front of the Dogs, Dogs interchange bench. Tigers ball, loose footy, comes to the top to Chug. Chug chips it forward, should find a teammate and does. He has found Charlie Taylor. Now Taylor plays on straight away. Wheels around on the left. Charlie Taylor's got the goal. Goal for Longford. Charlie Taylor puts one through. And that was some nice transition play there, Macca. They've hit up some targets. And then it was Charlie Taylor who's kicked the goal. We've just clicked over the 20th minute mark in this third quarter.
It was really strange here in front of us. Thompson got the mark and Kruger just didn't hold him up. No. Kruger was blowing. He wanted to get off the ground. He was cooked, Kruger. And Thompson's looked around and gone, oh my goodness, no one's going to go with me. And he took 15, 20 yards, kicked it inside. Charlie Taylor does what small forwards do and kicks a goal.
So 4 goals to Longford in this quarter. So they are bridging that gap. Absolutely, it is, Mac, a game on.
Absolutely.
So it sat at that sort of 5-goal margin for some time, and all of a sudden it's only 15 points. So South Launceston, 8-10-58, leading Longford 6-7-43.
Around 5 minutes to go.
20 and a half minutes gone in the third term. Rucks go at it again. Loose foot in the centre square. Kick forward for South Launceston. Players come out, comes off hand, and a chance to rebound for the Tigers. It's Casey Curtis. quick kick away.
They're running harder here, the Tigers.
They sure are. It ends up in the number 53 and Bailey Morton. Bailey Morton sends this ball right in front of us on the wing.
Oh, yeah.
Larby comes out, takes a good, strong contested grab right in front of us. Looking for options. 21 minutes gone. Larby goes long again, down towards trying to find Big Tone. Tone goes through his hands. Loose footy. He was Nason at the back. Ollie Dean sweeping handball. Cleans up for South. It was Jordan there. Throws it on the boot. Could be a lasso if it goes out of bounds.
Well, it will be.
It will be a lasso. It was Joel Lloyd just playing the goalkeeper there, trying to keep that out. And it will be a Longford free kick. Short pass finds Maloney just in front of us here. So this is Maloney for the Tigers. Another short pay. He's got a player on. Oh, Nason.
It's
Bang! Oh, Nason goes the big double fist.
That nearly
bang.
spilt your drink, Rick Costello. Gee whiz.
It was headed right towards you there. Rick Bang hits the window of the commentary
right
box.
in front of us. I tell you what, poor old Jake Murfitt. He had a hospital kick given to him. Nason just bared down on him, and lucky he didn't take the body. So boundary throw-in right in front of us here. Less than 5 minutes to go. 8-10 South Launceston, 6-7 the Tigers. Larby has had a really good quarter. Jordan can't take it. Headland tried to take it off him. Jordan takes the body on the way past Curtis. It's all South Launceston though. Morrison off the fingertips. Nason off his fingertips as Thompson puts pressure on and goes out of bounds.
Jeez, it's gone up a notch, Macca. You can
getting a
feel
little bit of feedback here, Toby Morrison.
He is.
I think the Longford supporters thought he might have thought there was a few footsteps coming the other way. They told him all about it. So here's Dean and Larby. Geez, he fights hard, Larby, doesn't he?
Sure does.
Larby, Dean. What's
Whistle.
this umpire's seen? A free kick to Larby.
Larby.
Yep, I'll tell you what.
The Longford, the visitors love that one, Macca.
So Larby, not the best kicking style, but it works. It finds Curtis about 70 metres from goal. Longford would love another one. Goes to the top of the square. Not being able to take it is Bennett. Dean gets it on the top of the bounce. 200 plus centimetres, Dean. And he brings it down and tackled. So 40 metres out from the Longford goal. Late into the third quarter. 24 minutes gone. Garnison Dean. Woodcock Davis. Got to put the pressure on. Oh, he's been beheaded. South Lonnie player in Hibbs. They've gone a few afters. Is it Taylor on the bottom?
Yeah, Charlie Taylor, who had his head ripped off there, Macca.
So Charlie Taylor was beheaded. Has to be a free kick if he can kick it. And the umpire, they've got a few afters. Jasper Wolf, our cameraman, will get that one on tape. And it was just an indiscriminate tackle, nothing more. It's going to be 50, so it's going to be a certain goal. I don't know what the 50 was for. Must have been due to the after, because it wasn't a mark, it was a free kick. Definitely. But the umpire said you could have 50, and it's going to be a goal to Taylor. And this is going to put them under 10 points. So Charlie Taylor goes bang, kicks it halfway down Highgate Street, and Charlie Taylor gets his second goal for the quarter. And can you believe it? The Longford Tigers are coming as the sun starts to set. Turn the lights on, Rick Costello, because we are in for a ball burster of a last quarter. Longford Tigers to within 9 points.
Yeah, they sure are, Mac. It's something I liked, though. I saw Mitchell Bennett show some leadership there. After that 50 was given, he ran in there and just said, calm it down. I said, we've got the free kick, we've got the 50, let's not give it away. So a crucial goal there. And wowee, down to 11 points. South Launceston, 8-10-58.
9 points.
9 points, sorry. 9 points. Macca and Lucas Donaldson.
Yeah, sort him out, Lucas.
Mathematical error there. He was all across at 9 points. 8-10-58. Leading Longford 7-7-49. Rucks go at it again in the centre. Loose footy. Longford with another chance. Streaming through there was Pearton. Got onto the end of it. Sends it towards half forward. Loose footy. Here's Woodcock Davis. Picks it up. Gets a handball out. Goes inside 50 again. Courtesy of Pearton. And intercept mark there taken by Thomas Munting. Takes the relieving free kick. We've gone 25 and a half minutes. Almost three-quarter time here at Youngtown.
I can tell you what, the NWFL have come back. They're 5-10-40. Only trail by 4 points. Halfway through the last quarter at North Hobart.
Larby tackled over on the wing there. Umpire says, give it to me. We will ball it up. 25 and a half minutes gone. South Launceston by 9 points. Longford have closed the gap this quarter. Kicked the 5 goals in the term.
What were the inside 50s for Lucas there?
Lucas Donaldson is all over this. So inside 50s, 9 to South Launceston, 12 to Longford in the quarter.
Started to get the play going. South Lonnie out in front of the big gum tree on the far side of the ground. Just haven't been able to connect at all. They've been really panicky, to be fair. It's going to be a boundary throw in front of the gum tree, far side of the ground. So late into the third quarter, it's 8-7. What did you find there, Rick? Just a bit of feedback. Former premiership player at South Lonnie, Dougie Headland, just causing a few issues down here with a few spectators. There's a free kick. Hibbs got the intercept mark, but the umpire's found someone. It's going to be a free kick to Chug. Well, this game has swung in every momentum, and to even add another little bit of drama, there goes the siren. So Chug to put them within 3 points. Now, I said 3 goals. This is a 7-goal quarter if he kicks this. No, 6-goal quarter, in fact, if he kicks this. The Longford Tigers, Chug towards Highgate Street. Comes off the boot. Does it sneak in? It doesn't. Well, that would have been everything they wanted, the Longford Tigers. So 8-10-58. Is that a point, Rick? 7-8-50. You going to put it up? 8 points the lead, the South Lonnie Dogs. The goal kickers for South Lonnie. 3 to Blackberry, 1 in every quarter. 1 to Dean, 1 to Bug, 1 to Gibson. And Max Dawkins right at the bottom of the page has 2. And for Longford, 2 to Brown, 2 to Charlie Taylor, both in that quarter. 1 to Chug, 1 to Bennett, and 1 to Isaac Thompson. Well, Matt, we mentioned that Longford were the ones that were showing the undiscipline earlier. I tell you what, South Launceston there had a few things not go their way. They gave away a couple of 50s. They lost the ball in the middle of the ground. Larby had a massive quarter. He was huge.
Massive,
huge,
contested marks in the ruck. He was really getting around it everywhere, all over the ground. Quick stat check, thanks to Lucas Donaldson. These are the third quarter stats. So those hit-outs were 8-4 South Launceston's way. Clearances were even. The inside 50 count, Mako checked this earlier, it was 9-13. So Longford just had the better of it in that quarter. Marks inside 50, 2-1 to South Launceston. Intercept marks, this is the turning of the screws here. Intercept marks 1 to South Launceston, but 4 to Longford in the quarter. Freeze 4, you're spot on, Maka. 3 to South Launceston, 10 to Longford in the quarter.
Yeah, just high tackles.
And 50-metre penalties. There was 3 to Longford in that quarter.
Yep. I'll tell you what, that we could see an upset down at North Hobart.
Ooh.
The NWFL, 7-10-52. They now lead by 8 points. The SFL, they would have been long odds on. The
Absolutely
SFL.
They would have been.
And they're 5-14-44. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back here for the last quarter action as we head back to the studio. You listen to City Park Radio, 103.7, 96.5.
Close, he pops it through. Isaac Thompson pops the goal through. Change bench, Tigers ball. Loose footy, comes to the top to Chug. Chug chips it forward, should find a teammate and does. He is found, Charlie Taylor. Now Taylor plays on straight away. Wheels around on the left. Charlie Taylor's got the goal. Goal for Longford. Charlie Taylor puts one through.
24 minutes gone. Garnison Dean, Woodcock Davis, got to put the pressure on. Oh, he's been beheaded. South Lonnie player in Hibbs, under 10 points. So Charlie Taylor goes bang, kicks it halfway down. Former premiership player at South Lonnie, Dougie Headland, just causing a few issues down here with a few spectators. There's a free kick.
Yes, and welcome back to the Youngtown Memorial Oval. We've got the close one here. South Launceston 8-10-58, leading Longford at 7-8-50. But Macca, it was all Longford in that third quarter.
Let's be fair. They trailed by 42.
Yeah, absolutely.
During the second quarter, and then they kicked the last 2 goals of the second quarter. So since then, they've kicked They've kicked 7 goals to 1.
Yep.
Since the last 5 minutes of that second quarter. And I'll tell you what, they're up and about, they're running the ball, they're chipping the ball, they're hitting the contest hard. They've sorted out their back line, they're not allowing South Launceston any inside 50 marks. Larby's leading the go in the ruck, and Casey Curtis, he had a pretty good quarter himself, the coach, just getting some important touches, and they've got their backs up, and Coach Taylor's got some issues.
Sure does. Charlie Taylor kicked those 2 goals for Longford in that quarter as well. Some stat check. Thank you very much for Lucas Donaldson for these stats. Hit outs gone South Launceston's way 17-10. Clearances 16-12 South Launceston's way. But here's the interesting ones, Macca. So inside 50s for the game so far, 31-33. Longford have taken the lead there on 33. Marks inside 50 pretty even, 8-9. Intercept marks, Longford have just done better there, 13-15. Freeze 4, as you mentioned, they were a little bit undisciplined in that third quarter. Freeze 4, 17-25, and those 50-metre penalties, 1 to South Launceston and 4 to Longford.
Well, I can't wait for this quarter. South Launceston, they had the run, but it was the bigger bodies of Longford were able to hit the contest hard, led by Larby in the ruck, Casey Curtis, the coach, the captain down back had some really good intercepts, Connor Alexander. And South Launceston just panicked coming out of the back line, just not being able to link up.
It sure did. I can see our man Chris Sayer down there on the boundary. G'day, Chris. What have you got for us?
I was at the Longford huddle with Casey Curtis. He, of course, was very happy with that quarter. He picked out Larby. He reckoned Larby had a great quarter that
Unreal.
quarter. I think Macca agrees there.
Yeah.
He said at half-time to believe that they could do it. And, of course, that quarter proved him right. They want to isolate Taylor, so they're quite certain about Taylor being. And he mentioned ball security. Longford need to be secure, quite secure with the ball, and to press.
Ollie Dean, he sets the tone. Thank you, Chris. I think we agree with all that. Ollie Dean set the tone. He put the big fist into the ball and sent it South Launceston's way, 30 metres, but it goes back. Longford now centre wing. It's going to be a ball up. Game on down at North Hobart. The SFL are back to within a point. 21 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Can't be long left. The NWFL, geez, they'd be a happy team heading back on the bus tonight to the northwest coast if they can cause this upset. Hibbs flies over the back here. Longford, they get the ball going their way. We mentioned Charlie Taylor before. Dangerous in the third quarter. They're going to try and isolate him. And the ball goes out of bounds in front of the scoreboard, which leads South Launceston by 8 points.
We'll have a boundary throw in deep in Longford's 50. Opportunity for them here. 8 points the margin. Boundary throw in. Rucks go at it. Dean just takes it out of the ruck. Quick handball down. Finds in the path of Hibbs. Plays around this one. Whistle.
Well, here we go.
It's been a free kick. There's a free kick going to Longford. And it's going to be pretty close to goal. I've got the binoculars out to see what's going on there. Ollie Dean's not too happy.
So Hibbs is on there. It's Chug.
Yeah, Chug.
Chug plays on.
Kicks towards goal.
Kicks it.
Goal.
So Ollie Chug, he took the ball and before anyone could set up, he snapped it over his shoulder, Ollie Chug. He's got 2 and Longford are to within a kick.
Wow, well, last time these sides met, it was all square at 3-3 time. Tied up, and it was a 5-3 last term. Dean just going Longford's way. Could we see a repeat of the dose here? It's only 2 points the difference now. South Launceston leading this one only a couple of minutes into the last quarter. Heading back to the centre of the ground. So Ollie Chug, he's got 2 now. He's kicked 2 goals, 3. A couple of multiple goal kickers there for Longford. Ollie Chug's got 2. Charlie Taylor's got 2. And Casey Brown's got 2. Back to the centre of the ground. Ollie Dean and Larby in the ruck. Larby gets the tap on that occasion. I'll call it a draw. Goes each way. Here's Tommy Graham running out of the centre. Tommy Graham runs to 50. Pops it up towards the square. And it's dribbled over the line. Nicely done there. in the it was Connor Alexander back there, juggling that ball over the line for a rush behind to South Launceston. So they move on to 8-11-59, Longford 8-8-56.
Looks to be all over at North Hobart, Matt. It's going to be the NWFL. 14-point victors over the SFL team.
Wow.
So well done to the NWFL. They'll be now the winners of the Interstate Series with 2 wins, with one clash to come. The SFL, of course, versus the NTFA.
That's a great result for him, Macca.
So South Launceston with the ball on far centre wing. Just can't take a mark at the moment, South Launceston. They're the ones turning the ball over. And Longford keep coming. So they're within 3. We saw them have a close battle last year at Longford. You saw a close battle this year at Longford. They might have had was it a draw last year? I think, was there a draw there at some stage versus Longford? I think there was, wasn't there? There was a draw. So these two teams, not much between them at all.
Free kick, South Launceston holding the ball.
It's going to go to Harris. So Lockie Harris, 50 metres. There it is again. So they keep coming into this protected zone behind the kicker. So you've got to look to get out. The umpires have been right onto it today. That's about the third one. And that one's against Dylan Headland. So Harris is going to come to within 20 metres of goal. And this will be their first goal since early on in the third quarter.
Yep.
So Lockie Harris, a big kick. A little hush goes over the crowd. Everyone's a bit stunned. They led by 42 points, the Dogs. Harris goes, bang, and hits the post. So there is 60 points up for them. They lead by 4. 8-12-60. Longford 8-8-56. 5 minutes gone into the last quarter.
Ball to be brought back in here by Lloyd. Lloyd goes sideways. He's found a teammate in Moore. So methodical build-up here from the back line. It's with Moore, Kobe Moore. He's going to send this along in front of the interchange gate for Longford. There's been a whistle, and it's going Longford's way, judging by the visitors' response there in the stands. Yes, it is. Plays on straight away, gets to Maloney. Maloney chips a short ball, finds a bit of turf there, comes off, bounces off Matthew Lee. Loose footy here in front of us. Handball out, finds Maloney. Maloney handballs to some space, misses a teammate, but he's got time to go and recover it and get there. Tackle laid straight away by Lockie Harris, and it is holding the ball. So
Rick Costello agrees up here in the box.
He did umpire. Thanks, Rick.
His impartial views, of course.
always neutral up here. Here's a long kick forward by Lockie Harris. Harris sends this ball back inside 50. Intercept by Ethan Hubbard of the Tigers. Here's Hubbard. Looks for an option. Goes across the ground to find Murphy. He does just that. Finds Murphy in the back pocket. Murphy shields his eyes from the sun. Most of the ground now is in shade as that sun sets behind us. Umpire calls him to play on. So here's Murphy. Goes long down the line, but back intercepted. Hello. Goal, South Launceston. Nicely done. It was Max Dawkins with the intercept. And Dawkins doesn't hesitate. Pops it straight back through over the goal umpire's hat. And it desperately needed a goal for South Launceston.
Well, he's been the danger. He's kicked 3 goals, a few behinds now. So he's had a lot of shots at goal and just keeps doing it from the midfield forward. And that's the settler. It's the one they needed.
Absolutely.
Longford is still right in this, but it's been a battle for the Dogs up here on their home patch. They lead now by 10. Longford have got to keep believing, though. They've got to keep believing. Anything can happen as the lights start to, the natural light starts to dip. These later starts, we started after 2:30 today.
We did.
With a lot of goals in that women's game. Of course, it was a 242-point win to the South Launceston women today. A lot of goals. Here they go. Dean up against Larby. Comes out back door, South Launceston combined. Here's Dawkins, the goal kicker. Oh, he didn't bodyline the ball. It goes Morton's way. Inside 50 for the Tigers. Putting the forward line pressure on now is the Tigers, but the South Launceston get it out. Lockie Taylor tries to overkick the footy and turns it over to Larby. Just overkicked it then, did Lockie Taylor. Just tried to put a little bit too much on it. Tried to spear it into Dean, but it was taken by his opponent in Larby. It was absolutely massive in the third quarter, was Larby. He finds Headland, far wing. He's got Lloyd running on the far side. Doesn't quite get to him. It will now. There he is, the King Lloyd. He'll be left foot. He'll be beyond him for the goals. He'll look to wheel and go in front of the scoreboard here at Youngtown. He does that now. He spears it in. Oh, it's a good mark in defence there by the South Launceston player, the captain, in Charlesworth.
So this is Charlesworth, last line of defence. Good grab by him. Looks to go back down the wing. Does just that. Comes off hands. Loose footy. Bailey Lowe gets onto it. Kicks into the centre of the ground. Again comes off hands. That man, Max Dawkins, getting involved again. Oh, here comes Logan Smith, crashes through. Smith gets it to Farrelly. Hunter Farrelly gets a handball off. Finds that man again in Dawkins. Here's Dawkins. Gets a hand to Gibson. Will Gibson pops this one up over the top. Oh, here's a goal coming up for South Launceston. Caleb Nason just pops it through on the goal line. A desperately needed goal for South Launceston. There's a bit going on in the centre square as well. As yes, it was Caleb Nason pops that one through for South Launceston.
Well, I'm watching this NWFL game here. Thought things were all over, but they're playing long into the last quarter. 33 minutes gone. The SFL trail by 2, and they're just about to have a shot for goal towards the Horry-Gorrie stand end.
So Caleb Nason goes bang here at Youngtown at South Launceston at 10-12-72.
And he misses.
Leading Longford at 8-8-56.
So a point.
So 1 point the difference, Macca.
1 point the difference.
How many minutes
gone?
gone?
That's it.
Oh.
I think that's it. I think the siren's gone.
Gone. Wow-wee.
So the SFL, they lose by a point. The NWFL, 9-11-65. Defeat an inaccurate SFL, 8-16-64.
Aganis in the ruck wins this down. Only goes as far as Logan Smith, though, for South. Pops up. Here is Moore. He's going to drive this one inside 50 for the Tigers. Goes over the back. Loose footy. Dangerous ball for South. They'll be pretty keen to see this over the line, and they do through Charlesworth. Charlesworth rushes are behind there for Longford. Takes the kick in. Comes outside the broadcast wing here. Oh, nice grab there by Ryder Bug. He got up early. He held it some space, and he takes the grab. Nicely done. Finds a teammate down the line a little bit further in Logan Smith. Logan Smith continues on. Goes through the hands of Tommy Graham. Oh, Jake Murphy was there to swoop on it. Here's Will Gibson. Gibson goes backwards, concedes some ground, but a chance to reset through Ryder Bug. Ryder Bug takes the mark in front of the Dogs' interchange bench. Goes into the centre of the ground. Loose footy, bouncing ball. Goes past Taylor. Finds Dawkins, though. Dawkins kicks this one up towards the 50. Loose footy. Players in pursuit. 2-on-2 out on the wing. It was a Tigers ball. Kicked down the wing a little bit further. Here's Kurt Hibbs there. There's been a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick going Longford's way. And it's Chug with the free kick. In those pink boots of his, stands out well. Called to play on and goes, and he does. Kicks up towards half forward. Comes off hands at the back. Larby takes the mark. Don't play on is called. Larby has the time. Player tackled immediately there. Loose footy. Comes out the way of Morton. Morton goes up towards the goal. Oh, nice grab. Alex Jordan doing some goalkeeper work there on the line. Intercepts the mark.
Oh, that's
and 50. Boy, we've had some 50s today.
Well, they've got 2 standing on the mark, Longford. So the rule is one stands, one's got to run away. Right. You can't have 2 on the mark. So I just think the umpires are right onto it. So that's the rule. The rule is one has to run away from the mark. You cannot have 2. What's happened here? Free kick down the field. It's going to be a free kick to Ollie Dean against Garnis on centre wing.
Yeah.
So Dean, you just get the feeling that things are going to boil over here at the moment. Players don't really know what's going on. But Ollie Dean's going to get a free kick on centre wing. So something against Garnis. He wasn't happy. Another goal would make it really difficult for the Longford Tigers here. So Dean, big up and under kick for the 200-plusser. Rushing through there was Bug. Thompson, forward hard. Bug dives on top. Umpire says, give it to me. So Chase Oliver there as well. So ball up in front of the grandstand here at Youngtown. 15-point lead to the Dogs. Here's Blackberry. Got rid of the ball. Umpire said play on. Thompson, forward hard. That's going to be a ball up. No, too high. The umpire calls it. It's going to be a free kick, I think, to Thompson, bottom of the pack. Someone gave him a little afters, I believe. No, he's put the other way. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Blackberry finds Dawkins. I know what's going on there. Well, the umpire's arm went the other way.
The other way, yeah.
And it tricked me. Jay Blackberry knew what was going on. And he finds Dawkins 40 metres out by the time he kicks it. He's kicked 3, young Max. He just zips around the young wizard. The Wizard of Youngtown. Let's see what he can do. There's no magic there, though, because he's missed everything. And it goes right side through for a behind.
3 goals, 3 to
3
Max
goals, 3
Dawkins.
for Max, yes. And I reckon he's had another couple of shots that haven't made the distance. So, small forward.
Here's Hubbard. Ethan Hubbard goes long down the line trying to find a teammate. Comes off hands. Loose footy on the wing. Got Munting there. He's in pursuit. Sockers it forward. Going to be a south ball. Quick handball. Goes back to Munting. He picks it up. Quick forward by Bailey Lowe there. Up towards half forward. Gibson at the back. Can't quite take the mark. Chance to clear through Murfitt for the Tigers. Murfitt handball on. Got Maloney running in space. If they can get to him, they can't quite yet. Tackle laid. And yes, you're all over it, Macca. High tackle. Umpire comes in, blows the whistle. It's a high tackle.
Players are just getting a bit carried away. Like,
Yeah,
just
they are.
tackle the hips, and if that's it, then South win. But at the moment, they're just going really hard at the player. This is going to be a free kick on half back to Kobe Moore. We saw him come off the ground earlier. Looks to be okay now. They go by hand. Jake Mervis got to get rid of it and does. He's got the player Lloyd on the far side. Come back left side. No. Tackled. Gone.
Nice tackle, Bailey Lowe on that occasion.
And I don't think it is. It's Morton.
I think it was Morton.
It's
Bailey
Morton.
Lowe, yep.
Sorry, Joel Lloyd. They come back inboard. Right a bug. Big contest. Gibson there. They do well, though, to the Tigers. Come back into the centre circle. Combining by hand. Not going very far, though. Hubbard. He goes backwards. Murfitt tries to go down the line. Who's there? It's Chug. The only thing I can see in the darkness is his pink boots, Matt.
Yes.
Back inboard. Finds Casey Brown. What can he do? He spots a player and finds him. This is Gray. Right on the 50. Beyond him, you'd imagine. He's got Mitchell leading. Doesn't go to him. He calls him to play on. He goes short and finds Thompson. Well, South Launceston just fell asleep.
Just a bit at 6s and 7s there, Macca. He'd be able to hit him up, loosen him on the chest.
So to get them back to within 10, 15 minutes gone last quarter. What did they get back to in front? Two points behind, 3 points?
Yeah,
They
two.
got back to within 2, and then 2 goals to the Dogs. So Isaac Thompson, the former Hillwood superstar. Isaac Thompson misses that one as well. So a miss to Dawkins, and now a miss to Thompson at the other end. So 10-13-73 South Lonnie. Longford 8-10-58. South Lonnie come away far side.
Look to clear this through Blackberry, and they found Blackberry just outside defensive 50. Blackberry, another short pass option, and he's done that and found Ryder Bug. So this is Ryder Bug, outer wing. Series of short kicks so far. We've gone 15 and a half minutes, final term. Bug goes a little bit longer on this occasion, trying to find Dean. Aganiston in front. He's picked it up. Quick handball off. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Moving forward. Where's Larby? Larby takes it. About 47 metres out. Larby looks to go quickly. Gets it inside 50. He's got a teammate on. Oh, was that front contact? No, whistle.
Mitchell forgot the ball. He went the player. Here he goes.
Here we go. Here's a chance.
Got it.
He's got it. So it was Mitchell Bennett. Mitchell Bennett with the snap has kicked the goal and closes that margin a little bit more. South Launceston 10-13-73. Longford at 9-10-64.
Well, Mitchell Bennett, he forgot about the ball. He went the man, tried to get rid of him, and then forgot to mark it. Went back onto it and snapped a beauty. And it's game on, Matt.
At a crucial time, 9 points the margin, Macca. And what have we clicked over to? 16 and a half minutes gone in this final term. So not a huge amount of time left in the game, but time enough for Longford. As they trail by 9 points. 16 and a half minute gone. South Launceston 10-13-73. Leading Longford at 9-10-64.
Just repeating, the NWFL win the Interstate Series by a point. They beat the SFL 8-16-64 to 9-11-65. It'll be a good bus trip back up to the northwest coast.
Certainly would. Nason wins the tap on that occasion. Quick kick out to the wing here in front of us. Good contest this. Got Dawkins leading the way. Could be a Longford ball. No. Here we go. Chance for South Launceston through Harris. Harris sends this ball up towards 50. Good grab there taken by Matthew Lee. Hasn't kicked one today, Matthew Lee. Probably a little bit far out on this occasion.
Well, if Lloyd's been on him most of the day up the ground, he's done a pretty good job, Joel Lloyd, because, as you said, he hasn't really had a shot at goal.
Not really, no. And it's a whistle. Hello. We've got a whistle, and it's a free kick Longford's way.
It's against Gibson.
Yep.
It's going to go to Joel Lloyd.
So going back to Lloyd. Okay, so what was a chance inside 50 for South has become a Tigers ball. Inside defensive 50 through Murfitt. Murfitt has a bounce, puts the ball on the ground again and goes for some territory down the outer wing. It's a long ball. Oh, good grab. That was a great grab. Kurt Hibbs has taken the intercept mark on that occasion. Saving ball there for South. Gives a quick handball off to Ryder Bug. Ryder Bug chips this one back inside 50. Oh, good grab. There he is, Matthew Lee, just got rid of his opponent and takes a really good contested grab, this time about 40 out directly in front, and a chance maker for Matthew Lee to hit the scoreboard.
Well, he was about to have a shot, turned over, and now he's going to have another one.
About 60 seconds later, we're back on a better angle this time, and he's slightly closer to goal. So Matthew Lee, who kicked the 3 goals last week, he kicked 3 goals last time these two sides met. He's kicked 32 for the year. He sits second place on the goal tally board for the NTFA Premier League. He could be about to kick goal number 33 and just give South Launceston a bit of a buffer here. 18 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. Matthew Lee lines him up. Kick from about 40 out. Lee goes with the right. Floating ball. But it's a good ball. It works. It's got the goal. Matthew Lee is on the board. There's a bit of a floater through the air, but Lee kicks the goal that they desperately needed, South Launceston, just to give them a bit of a buffer and give them that 3-goal break late in this final term.
Yeah, look, full credit to the Dogs. Like, they did get those couple of goals just to steady things down, but even before that, you could just see they were going back to the way they played early.
Yep.
They were starting to hit a few more targets. And now just through weight of numbers inside 50s. What are they at the moment, inside 50s, please, Lucas?
Inside 50s for Lucas Donaldson's stats. What have we got for this final quarter? Inside 50s, yeah, 6 apiece.
Okay, so they've rested it back. Still got some work to do, South Launceston, though, don't they? A few patches in their gameplay. And if they do that against Launceston, which probably happened last week, Launceston are well gone. Here's Dawkins. Really busy to Graham. Graham goes wide to Morrison. Him and Headland have had an excellent battle on the wing. What will happen here? He tries to touch it off the ground. Headland's just being a pest. Morrison wins the battle. Here's Jake Murfitt off half-back. Casey Brown steps inside, don't argue. Goes back to Murfitt. Down the line, Taylor. Good contest front on against Taylor. The other Taylor, so 2 Bennetts, 2 Taylors. And this is Lockie Taylor, who beat Charlie Taylor. And Lockie Taylor in the bright orange boots goes back to half-back. The South Lonnie Dogs just starting to settle. 20 minutes gone. Less than 5 minutes to go. They come near side. Nason on Aganis. Aganis falls over. Nason says the don't argue. The big fella gets rid of his opponent. Goes down the line. Lloyd! Well, he's taken a lot of... Oh, they're going to reverse it. So Lloyd took an excellent intercept mark. He then pushed away at Lee and pushed him in what he said was a head battle. And now it's going to be 50. Well, the umpire here with the glasses on... now
they're losing control out there,
I need to explain this to the listeners.
Please do. We've got a free kick to Ethan Hubbard. Go for it, Macca.
Joel Lloyd took an intercept mark. He then pushed his opponent away too high. Umpires said that. Then there was going to be 50 metres. Then South Lonnie player Taylor rubbed his opponent on the head, and you're allowed to do that. So then it was reversed again, and now Matt Donaldson's got the play.
Yeah, we're going to have a stoppage just inside Longford's 50.
Wow, you're not allowed to rub him. You're not allowed to rub him, Rick.
You can't
not allowed to rub him on the head.
Can't rub the head.
President Peter Gutwin's up here in the box. He's got no hair to rub, but you're not allowed to rub it. Rub on the head, Pete. Not allowed to do it. The modern day football.
Loose footy inside Launceston's 50. Chance for South Launceston to clear, and they do down the wing.
You're not allowed to taunt.
No taunting. It ends up with Ryder Bug. Ryder Bug gets a quick centering kick. Oh, it comes off there. Lockie Harris bounced off him.
Oh,
there's a little bit going on.
It's on behind play.
Yeah, it is on behind play there with Caleb Nason.
Casey Brown, Caleb Nason.
Umpires come from everywhere. They've signalled a free kick. It's going to South Launceston's way.
Umpire Anderson's paid a free kick.
Still a little bit going on.
I said it was going to happen. I said it was going to happen.
It's going to spill over.
The veteran Jay Blackberry gets the ball.
And he's looking to play on pretty quickly and get this ball moving.
Well, they should let him play on.
Yeah, they should.
He's got Page on wide.
Absolutely. Blackberry goes out wide, the centre of the ground. Good contest there.
Mason's been sent off.
Lockie Harris.
And Mason and Brown are both going to be off the ground, I believe.
Anyway, in the meantime, there's a mark inside
Dawkins.
50, and it's that man again, Dawkins. So it was smart by Blackberry to play on and just get that ball moving, get it away from
him come in. He come in.
The melee.
Did not want to worry about the fight, Jay Blackberry. He got the ball. He gave it to Page on the far side. Dawkins around the corner. Max Dawkins misses again. He tried to kick it around the corner, did Max Dawkins, and he misses. So 2 players sent off. I think another one's going to come off. Larby now. So Larby's going to be sent off. The Longford bench are seething. Mitchell Bennett's up against it here, against his opponent in Alex Jordan. And now Larby's going to be sent off. And Jordan, is it? No, Jordan's given Larby a...
Yeah, there is a bit going on here, Macca.
What's happened now? So they're not off the ground yet.
Larby's coming off the ground.
So's Jordan, so's Farrelly, so's Bennett.
So's Bennett.
Yeah. Well, green cards. More cards here than what we've seen in the World Cup.
There's a lot of players off the ground at this point in time,
Steve
Macca.
Hibbs,
anyway.
He's here trying to do the interchange, stewards. He can't keep up.
Because all the players coming off.
He hasn't got enough ink in the pen. Maybe we should just blow the siren and it could all be over.
Time.
24 minutes gone.
Absolutely. Anyway, it's a Tigers ball out on that outer wing. So after all of that, it's going to be Chug to drive this ball forward. Ollie Dean's in the hole and he takes the mark. Well done. Read the play beautifully there, Ollie Dean, and he's taken the mark right on defensive 50. Just things need to calm down a little bit out there. Ollie Dean might be the man for that. He's got the ball at centre-half back, and he's happy just to chip this backwards and find a teammate, and he does exactly that. Chips the ball across the ground, and it ends up with Bugs. This is right, a Bug in the back pocket. Just a bit of chip stuff here. 24 minutes gone, final term. South Launceston by 16 points. This is Bug again. Chipping it backwards to the goal square. I think South are just happy to hold on to this footy for a bit longer. Ball down the wing. Goes through the hands there of Thompson. It's close to the boundary line. In fact, it does go out, and we'll have a boundary throw in out of side. We've gone 24 and a half minutes. South Launceston by 16 points. It's been a bit
less than
spicy
2
in the
minutes.
last quarter. 2 minutes to go, Macca. Right.
Less than 2 minutes. Boundary throw in. Far side of the ground. I don't know if the binoculars would be any good. I don't have night vision. But I'll put them up. Here's Dean against Agarnis. Dean, he wins it. Bug, he's forward hard. It's going to be a free kick to Bug. He was in first and the player came over the top. Is it Bug? I don't think it is Bug. No, it's not Bug. It's Logan Smith, the vice-captain. So Smith, you'll just go long and strong down the line. Falls short a little bit. Looked like there was a breeze there. There isn't, as we know. Headland goes off the ground. They tackle... It's going to be a dump tackle. It's going to be a free kick to the Tigers. And a few afters as well. Just seeing who's coming up with it here. It's going to be Casey Curtis. I think the good thing for Longford is I think they will think they can beat South.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they will believe that if things go a little bit more their way, that they could beat South Launceston. If they can do it here at Youngtown, backward to within 2 points. Here's Murfitt, kept it in. It's Smith again, though. Hibbs on this occasion. So I think they'll come with some belief. Beat them once, could have beaten them today after a really poor start. Here's Harris. Finds Logan Smith on this occasion. There it is. Well, it was a pretty good game of football, a good contest. After South Launceston led by 42 points, they now get over the line by 16 after Longford got back to within 2. So South Launceston, 11-14-80. So that was a 3-goal last quarter to them. Longford, 9-10-64. 2 goals to them in the last quarter. 16 points. The quarter went just a tick over 28 minutes. Players sent off, multiple players sent off. There was a little brawl. There wasn't really much in any of it, to be fair. The umpires just tried to take charge. The more they tried, the harder it got, because the players, they knew the contest was on. We were battling for second position on the ladder here, both of these teams, in round 10 of the NTFA. The goal kickers for South Launceston, 3 to Blackberry and 3 to Dawkins. So their small forwards were dominant. Singles to Gibson, Bug, Nason, Oliver Dean and Matthew Lee. And for Longford, 2 to Chug, 2 to Charlie Taylor, 2 to Casey Brown, 2 to Mitchell Bennett, 1 to Isaac Thompson. I think that's about all I've got for you, Matt, in terms of the goal kickers.
Thank you very much, Mac. I'm just rapidly adding up the Lucas Donaldson stats here.
Well done, Lucas
He's
Donaldson.
done a great job with
Rick gets
this
the all
afternoon.
clear on the scoreboard. Rick, well done.
And our man Chris Sayer is out there. As Chris is going to try and get a player for us, which would be terrific. The last quarter stats, pretty even in those inside 50s, Mac. It was 7 to 8, which brings up that total to... It was 39 to 41, the inside 50s, which is reflective of how we saw
what
really.
was it?
39 to 41.
Yeah.
50s.
It was a close game, and initially it was all just about South London kicking goals and Longford not being able to score, and that was really the tail of the tape, going right back to that first quarter where it was South London 4 goals and Longford 3 behinds. As you keep going, I'll just give you a couple of better players, I think, for Longford as we go down. I like Ethan Hubbard. I haven't seen a real lot of him. I like the way he moves, good speed. Could he be one that the NTFA look for in a few weeks' time? Isaac Thompson just keeps battling on. I really liked the second half of Casey Curtis. Joel Lloyd, I thought, did a really good job off half-back, stopping the South Lonnie forward in Lee. Casey Brown bobbed up with a couple. Aganis battled well in the ruck, gave Larby a chop-out there. Charlie Taylor was dangerous, especially in the third quarter, and Larby, I thought, was obviously Longford's best, especially in that second half. For South Launceston, then, as we go down, Jay Blackberry with his 3 goals. Ollie Dean did pretty well in the ruck. I reckon he's still just getting back to probably where he needs to be.
He did, Macron. I've got,
and as we go,
Chris
we'll go to the middle of the
Sayer.
ground.
He's got Charles Worth with him. Thanks, Chris.
Harry, 42 points up, the Bulldogs were in that third quarter. Wow, what a game. Great.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's a tough one to be a part of. It's a good contest. I think any time we play Longford, it's always a good battle. So proud of the boys, fought it out, but still a bit of improvement and a bit for us to work on, but we'll keep battling away.
And Longford now think, they know that they can beat you guys.
That's right, yeah, that's true. So I think we know that our best footy's pretty good, so it's just about hitting our straps at the right time of year, and lots of development with the young boys, but I think we're coming along well and pretty proud of the group to just fight out and grit out a win. We haven't really been able to do that yet this year in the second half, so it's good to get a scalp.
Yeah, especially this scout too, because they're 2 good sides, so would have done really well to beat Longford.
Yeah, happy with it. So as I said, it's always a good battle against them. We know what we're going to get, so yeah, it's always nice to get a win against them.
Next week, a bit of a road trip up to Scottsdale.
Yes, that's right. So we'll just keep looking to build form and build our momentum, keep playing our style of footy.
Well done today. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you very much.
Great work there, Chris Sayer. Thank you very much. And for all your work on the boundary day, super job by Chris Sayer. Those Lucas Donaldson stats, I'll run through them, Mac, and I'll get you 3-2-1 in a moment, if that's all right. So hit-outs were pretty just South Launceston's way there, 23 to 17. Clearances, not too dissimilar either, 16 to 18 to 16. The inside 50 count, which I touched on, was actually 41 to 38 Longford's way. So Longford did have the better of it there in the inside 50s. Marks inside 50 were pretty similar as well, 12 to 13. Intercept marks, pretty similar as well, 20 to South Launceston, 17 to Longford. Frees for, there was quite a few frees paid, particularly in that second half, 27 to South Launceston and 33 to Longford. And the 50-metre count, Macca, that was squared off at the end of the game, was actually 4 apiece, so 4 50-metre penalties apiece to each side.
A lot of them.
There was.
Yeah, I was going down the better players. I got to Ollie Dean there. I just really liked the game of Smith and Charlesworth. I think they're pretty solid players. Ollie Woodcock-Davis started really well. Probably didn't have as much of an influence once Longford were able to even stuff up in front of the footy. Then obviously the defender in Ollie Woodcock-Davis didn't have as much use. Caleb Nason batted well. Lockie Harris, I liked his game today. And then Ryder Bug had some nice moments, and Max Dawkins was a little wizard and had 5 or 6, probably 7 shots at goal at some stage.
Like 3 goals for Max Dawkins had a lot of opportunities and looked to play on quickly. Whenever he had the ball, something exciting was going to happen. So no, he enjoyed his game too.
So 3-2-1, I give 1 to Larby. I thought he really turned the game in that third quarter and just battled manfully. 2 to Dawkins. I just thought his amount of shots on goal when they needed, he got some nice centre clearances as well. And I gave Logan Smith 3 votes. I just thought he was solid throughout the whole 4 quarters. I really struggled to find 4-quarter players across both teams.
Yep.
But I thought Logan Smith just did a really good job. Without being outstanding, probably didn't have as much of the footy, but Logan Smith with 3. So Smith 3, Dawkins 2, Larby 1.
Nicely done, Macca. Pleasure to call with you. Big
Thank
thanks
you.
to your good self. Thank you very much for Chris Sayer, braving the cold for us. Thanks, Chris, with your interviews and some boundary crosses. Thank you to Lucas Donaldson for helping us out with stats today.
Oh, Lucas, well done, champ.
Good job,
effort.
buddy. Well done, mate.
Good luck to the Demons
Good
next week,
job.
but I don't really mean it. Sorry.
And a big shout out to Chris Ball for helping us out in the studio as
Look
well.
Looking at me, Matt.
He's not a happy man. But that's all from us from the City Park Radio team here at Youngtown. It was a great win to South Launceston, 11-14-80, defeating Longford at 9-10-64. A terrific afternoon of footy here. We certainly look forward to getting back on track. Next week will be Rob Sauer and the team, and they will be out at Longford next Saturday. But we'll join you all pretty soon anyway, right here on City Park Radio, 96.5 FM or 103.7 from our City Park Radio team here at Youngtown. That's it. Thanks for tuning in.